And welcome back to Philadelphia. It's going to get colder, a little snow late in the day, and this crowd poised because with Atlanta beating Carolina last night in that thrilling overtime affair, the Eagles need a victory to clinch home field advantage throughout the NFC for the third straight year. Rashard Lee is back to receive the opening. Terrence Copper returning the opening kickoff. Straight arms a defender and goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So Vinny Testaverde, and that's what that has been the mantra of Bill Parcells all year long. He gives the Cowboys the best chance of winning, and here he is, the 41-year-old, at it again.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about what they should do at the quarterback position. Quentin McKell gets hurt on the opening kickoff, so you can see Andy Reid's concern. Now, Quentin McKell has been a very valuable special teams player. They have had a history of kind of limping into the playoffs. So Quentin Michael, the opening kickoff, that's what you're going to see. Andy Reid's going to be like, boy, I don't want this, because they've been able to avoid that the majority of the season. Over the last couple of weeks, they've started to have some guys get nicked. Last week against the Redskins, had some guys go down. So, boy, that's not what you want to see when you've got all these things circulating about what should we do, how should we play out the season. That's why you can't get too cocky as you move along in a 12-1 year, for the very reason you're talking about, because it's the injuries late in the year that really hurt you. We know about Hollis Thomas, one of their better run defenders, and he's going to be out for a while, and we're going to take a break right now. So one of the problems that Andy Reid will have for the rest of the regular season, trying to keep everyone healthy.
Life is measured not so much by what you do as by what you do for others. For almost 2 decades, the people of Southwest Airlines have helped make the Ronald McDonald House a home away from home for seriously ill children and their families. Here's to the special spirit that brings us all together, the spirit of hope.
Performance and handling like a car. All-wheel drive capability like an SUV. The totally new Ford Freestyle. One vehicle, endless possibilities. Ford, built for the road ahead.
You sell to buyers in New York. Support shoppers online. And serve retail stores coast to coast. We can design, deliver, and manage your communications for all of them across platforms across America. Consider the dots. Connected. SBC.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 39.
How are you? All right, what do you want for Christmas? You want the Eagles to win? Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's what you do around Christmas. Santa Claus listens to what the kids say, tries to get their wishes. And the wish for the Cowboys is to get off to a good start, as Richie Anderson, catching the first pass from Vinny Testaverde, gets 9 yards. You're looking at a Cowboy offense, Darryl, that scored only 13 points against the worst defense, the Saints, a week ago.
And a lot of that reason was that group right there. The offensive line had one of their poorer games of the season. And Julius Jones, he's going to be your guy this afternoon. If they're going to have success, that offensive line has got to elevate their play from last week. Give him an opportunity to get into a rhythm. They've got to take time off the clock to keep the Eagles offense on the sideline.
And Kurt Bowlers will start for Torrin Tucker at right tackle, as you saw. One of the changes made by Bill Parcells. Here is Jones. He has the first down and crosses the 40-yard line, tackled by Mark Simoneau. And the Philadelphia Eagles defensive unit, they have done a great job against the run. They lead the NFL with 42 sacks.
They are an intimidating front, and they fit very, very well into the style that Jim Johnson likes to use. Jeremiah Trotter, in addition to shore up that run game, Mark Simoneau moves out to the weak side. And Brian Dawkins, one of the best guys in the league, big playmaker. They have got some solid guys across the board, and that style fits in very well with that man's scheme.
Jim Johnson, the defensive coordinator, who loves to send a lot of people at the enemy quarterback. It'll be first down at the 43-yard line, and Testaverde getting plenty of time. And now finally going out to the left flat to Julius Jones, who was knocked out of bounds 5 yards short of the first down thanks to strong safety Michael Lewis.
You don't want to force anything downfield. They had a route with Keyshawn Johnson down the sideline. They're dragging a post into the middle of the field. But if it's not there, check the ball down. You can't have negative plays against the Philadelphia Eagles defense because they capitalize on it. That's where a lot of the momentum generates with their offense, getting on those short fields. You can't allow the Eagles to get out and get a lead on you early in the game, and that's going to be Dallas's biggest challenge this afternoon.
Actually, a 7-yard pickup, bringing up second down and 3 at midfield. 2 tight end alignment, and the quick pass caught by Quincy Morgan. And that'll be a first down to the Eagle 44-yard line. A 6-yard gain. Sheldon Brown, the cornerback, making the play, and quick releases by Vinny so far.
Jeremiah Trotter right here. He's going to come pressure the middle. Here comes Tahani Jones. That's what they want to do. They want to get people into the face of Vinny Testaverde and make him uncomfortable in the pocket. A lot of guys will want to bring pressure from the outside. Jim Johnson really prefers it up the middle, and that is Jeremiah Trotter's strength. Those A-gaps right on the center, between the center and the guard on each side of the ball.
And if the Cowboys can keep their vaunted Eagle offense off the field, they've done a pretty good job in so far controlling the ball. Julius Jones, however, is hit, and a big play made by Tahani Jones. You were just talking about him, and a 1-yard loss, bringing up second down and long.
And that's one of the things that they have eliminated since Julius Jones has been in the lineup, the negative running play. You know, he has such good instincts when he gets the ball. He's got quick feet. He has the ability to make a guy miss in small spaces, and they've eliminated a lot of those negative runs. But, you know, he makes the first guy miss, but there's somebody there to clean up. That's what I'm talking about with the offensive line. They have got to do a better job today. You can ask your running back to make the first guy miss, but not twice.
Second down and 11. From the 45, and on a delay, Julius Jones is tackled for another loss of 2 yards, this time by Corey Simon. And all of a sudden, the Eagles are clamping down on Julius Jones.
They really are, and it's just guys getting beat immediately right at the snap. Corey Simon right here goes right across Andre Garad's face. There again, you've got a guy unblocked, 3 yards in the backfield. All the plays going that way. He's coming from the right to the left. It's hard for Julius Jones to see that because the point of attack is over to the left. We've seen 2 plays in a row now where the offensive line is not doing anything to help out their running back.
Third down and 13, and this is where the Eagles like to do some tricky things, and the quick pass incomplete to Jason Witten. And fourth down coming up. So the Eagles were blitzing on the 3rd and long play, and fourth down coming up, and the Cowboys will punt.
But it's an effective opening drive for the Dallas Cowboys. They take almost 4 minutes off the clock. They're in a position right now to get the ball down into an area of a field in kind of established field position also. But unfortunately for them, I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles mind throwing the ball all the way down the field from inside their 10.
No, we have seen that. Matt McBriar with the kick, and a good high kick, forcing Dexter Wynn to call for the fair catch. So a terrific kick, because the Eagles will start on the 11-yard line when Donovan McNabb brings out his group for the first time today.
Back in the 1800s, when my great-great-grandfather Adolphus began brewing Budweiser, getting an ice-cold beer in the West wasn't even possible. So he came up with an idea. Refrigerated railroad cars and ice houses along the railroad in order to get Budweiser across the country in the freshest possible condition. That sure made a lot of cowboys happy back then. Today, we take the same pride in bringing our customers not only the very best tasting beer, but the freshest beer possible.
Speed was his dream, women his passion. But when he took on a corrupt system, he became a hero.
You don't own the sky.
Now nominated for 6 Golden Globes, including Best Picture of the Year. The Aviator, rated PG-13, now playing in select cities.
The durability of titanium. Now in Remington's all-new titanium shaving system, designed for closeness, comfort, and to clean itself automatically. Remington Titanium. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
It's a totally new full-size sedan. Introducing the Ford 500. Its command seating lifts you up, improves your view, and heightens your confidence, while its first-class accommodations give you the freedom to spread out. It takes the sedan to to a much higher level. The new Ford 500, elevating the sedan. Ford, built for the road ahead.
It's the best damn sports show, period, where sports and entertainment's biggest names turn television upside down. Weeknights on FSN.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Budweiser, the bright color and crisp, clean taste you'll only find in the king of beers.
In their first meeting back on November 15th, the Philadelphia Eagles scored the most points ever for a visiting team at Texas Stadium, and 35 first-half points against the Cowboys established a franchise record, thanks to that man having a brilliant year at quarterback. Starting from the 12, McNabb completes the pass to Westbrook, and Westbrook picks up minimal yards on that play. And in talking to Bill Parcells, I was very impressed, as you were, when he said the Eagles offense is the best team I've played against since the 80s.
They are so explosive. There's just so many people for you to cover. And really, I think everybody looks at Donovan as the key, but I think Brian Westbrook kind of sets them apart. He creates the matchup problems for you. You can't double T.O. if you've got Brian Westbrook on the outside displaced across the formation.
2nd down and 8. Pressure put on McNabb. He knows how to get away, and the pass to Pinkston could not hold on. And that will be 3rd down, and you hear the boos for Todd Pinkston because, you know, he lost the ball. He claimed in the lights at FedEx Field last week. As you look at the Cowboys defense, and of course, Greg Ellis is the man to watch.
Yeah, he's had a solid season. The Eagles have a tremendous amount of respect for him. They're going to do a lot of different things to try and accommodate him. Scott Shanley's in there for Al Singleton starting. Roy Williams is a guy I'm waiting for. Lance Frazier is going to be the guy that the Philadelphia Eagles have targeted, are going to go after. But Roy Williams, he has got to elevate his play. And one of the things we'll point out during the course of the game is him playing out of position back there in that deep half.
And with plenty of time, pass is caught by L.J. Smith. So with an empty backfield and Westbrook going in motion, Smith makes the catch, good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, well, this is the play that Dick mentioned. You be the judge. Does this ball get lost in the lights, or is that a little bit of, oh, I'm going to take a big hit right there. Now, let me tell you what. You do something like that, and you're a Philadelphia Eagles, these fans are going to give it to you. They want all-out effort all the time. Todd Pinkston has an opportunity on the opening drive today to make a catch and kind of doesn't get his hands all the way down and make a difficult catch. He's going to have a good game today to get these fans off his back.
Fans don't care for it.
And the handoff to Dorsey Levens, who has come in a couple of yards. And I know with Tony, breaking up is hard to do, anyone said, and that's what his Mike is doing right now. A 3-yard pickup with Marcellus Wiley making the tackle. Levens, with a touchdown last week, also scored one earlier in the year at Texas Stadium. As Andy Reid looking to give the Eagles a franchise-high 13 victories, and they would get it with a win today. And as Darryl mentioned, first time ever unbeaten in the NFC East. Donovan McNabb, his brilliant numbers as Westbrook carries, gets the 1st down. And Brian Westbrook, who's gone over 100 yards in rushing and receiving the last 5 weeks, picks up 8 yards.
And this is your challenge when you go against Brian Westbrook. The cutback, that play is supposed to be coming here, but you see he's going to get in there and wind it all the way back. You've got to fill every gap. When your backside defensive tackle is making the tackle 7 yards down the field, that is not a good start for this defense.
1st down on the 43, and that man is the heart and soul. A lot of people think of this offensive team with Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb. And McNabb gets hit, flag is down, and the pass is intercepted by Roy Williams. There's a penalty flag down at midfield, and Williams returns what could be a Dallas interception back to the 45-yard line. The referee today, Walt Coleman. And let's see if it'll stick.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, 59, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Very critical penalty against that win, nullifying an interception.
Donovan McNabb gets some pressure in the pocket. He's actually going to get hit as he throws. Number 97, Leroy Glover, right there, contact. That's what makes the ball sail, but it doesn't matter because you had illegal contact by that win. That is what has been Dallas's Achilles heel all season long. They can't make that play in a game. That's a huge play at this part in the game, and it gets wiped off the board.
They had 5 third-down defensive penalties last week against New Orleans, and on the slant, the pass intended for Terrell Owens, first time they're going to him, is incomplete.
Seems like the Dallas Cowboys are electing to defend Donovan McNabb the way a lot of teams are trying to defend Peyton Manning right now. And listen, it's very difficult for us to get there anyways. All season long, we've had difficulty generating pressure. Let's get some guys back in coverage. Let's try and cover up these throwing lanes, force them into some mistakes. It's doing a good job right now. We'll see if they continue with that or they mix in a little bit of pressure as the game wears on.
Terrell Owens is in the slot, and Pinkston lining up to the right. Handoff to Westbrook, trying to go outside, nowhere to go. And that play totally broke down, and Greg Ellis makes the tackle for the Dallas Cowboys.
Here's Greg Ellis, your guy, right up here at the top. A very underrated, solid player. I don't think he gets enough credit around the league for what he does. Down after down, week after week, Greg Ellis is one of your most steady performers in the NFL.
And he leads the team in sacks with 8. And a team that has really not put enough pressure on enemy quarterbacks. It'll be 3rd down and 12. And the Eagles on their own 46-yard line.
This is a spot where I think Donovan McNabb's gotten very comfortable. His adjustments at the line of scrimmage.
And he throws a fade to Terrell Owens, and the ball knocked away. It was never in the hands of Owens, but only in Terrence Newman's hands. And of course, you know, the Eagles want to take advantage of what has been subpar play by the Dallas corners. They hold here, 4th down coming up. Keyshawn is animated as he yells at Terrell Owens, and the Eagles will kick it away.
You know, I don't think I'm going to yell at Terrell Owens. You know, I think I'm just going to allow him to go out and have his game. I don't think I want to say anything to get him kind of juiced up a little bit more.
Dirk Johnson, who had a 51-yard boomer against the Redskins, and trying to keep it in the field, and the Eagles will down it at about the 2. So Dirk Johnson's last punt was a beauty, and so was this, another 51-yard kick.
This bolt is 4.5 inches long, made from hardened alloy steel. 6 of them connect the cargo box of the Ford F-150 to its frame. Why do we do this when others don't? Because we're building the strongest pickup. You can be sure of that. We are. Only one truck earned the right to be the next Ford F-150.
I wanted to get everyone cool gifts and not pay too much. Now it's too late. I blew it.
Actually, you didn't blow it.
I didn't?
No, you didn't.
I guess you're just what I need.
Still looking for the perfect gift? It's easy to wrap up the whole store today with a Circuit City gift card and save $50 on this Fujifilm 3.2 megapixel digital camera with 6 times optical zoom. Just $149.99. Circuit City.
Your family just got a whole lot bigger. Now that Singular has joined forces with AT&T Wireless to bring you the largest calling community in America. Talk to any Singular or AT&T Wireless customer for free.
Can you ask someone to pass the gravy?
All 46 million of them. Now with Family Talk, add a member of your family to ours for just $9.99 a line. The new Singular, raising the bar.
People everywhere are experiencing a breakthrough. I'm full! Taco Bell's new Big Bell Value Menu, featuring the spicy chicken burrito with shredded chicken simmered in authentic Mexican spices. To keep your stomach and your wallet full, think outside the bun.
One of the great old-fashioned shots of television from years ago, showing the cheerleaders and the Philadelphia Eagle cheerleaders in full bloom today as the Cowboys will start 1st down from their 3-yard line. Julius Jones gets hit. No gain on the play. Tahani Jones makes another big defensive play. And right now the Cowboys have to be concerned, Darryl, that they can't get anything going. back to the scrimmage. It's line of scrimmage is all they can do.
Well, they're forcing the play in the backfield. I mean, you watch where Julius Jones is going to have to make these plays. Honey Jones coming all the way from the outside. That's not a guy reading the play and getting up into the hole. That is a run stunt and a blitz called by Jim Johnson. They're doing things up front and bringing these guys into the vacated areas because they know that the Dallas line really struggled last week against New Orleans' active front.
Dangerous place to be if you're the Cowboys against this defense. Here's Jones. And Jones brings it up to the 4-yard line. Sam Rayburn. And the one thing the Eagles are blessed with is depth, better depth on their defensive line compared to a year ago. They have Hollis Thomas, the run stopper we mentioned, out with a dislocated elbow. Derek Burgess, who is finally healthy this year. He is inactive with a separated sternum. So they have some people. Paul Grasmanis seeing his second action, and Sam Rayburn, who just made the last play.
Sam Rayburn has been very productive for them in that defensive line rotation. They have to feel much better at this point of the year, getting ready to make their playoff run with the health and the depth of that defensive line.
3rd down and 8 from the 5. Testaverde's pass, and it's caught, and close to the first down is Jason Witten, and he has it. So Testaverde going to his tight end, who has been one of the stars on offense for Dallas this year.
And Jason Witten, he's your guy in motion right there going onto the screen. He's going to run out, come back in on a little post route right there. But what he does is after the catch, there's a lot of Eagles around him. But for a big guy, he can stop and get redirected north and south up the field as well as any big tight end in the league. He didn't have that first down when he caught the pass. He got that on his own after the catch.
Leading receiver for the Cowboys caught 4 passes for 59 yards against the Saints. From the 15, they go to Jones again, and Jones will pick up a couple of yards as Sheldon Brown from the secondary and Darwin Walker, the defensive tackle, make the tackle. And talk about Jason Witten in the years he's had. What about these other breakout tight ends this season?
Yeah, Antonio Gates, a basketball player coming out of the MAC conference, just bursting on the scene for San Diego. Algie Crumpler, one of the big reasons Atlanta is where they're at. Jermaine Wiggins has done a great job filling in for Jim Kleinsaucer up in Minnesota. Eric Johnson, another young guy out in San Francisco. But to me, the cream of the crop right there, I'll take Jason Witten because he's as complete as any tight end I have seen in the league. I liken him to a Todd Heap up in Baltimore.
And that's high praise. 2nd down and 8. Penalty flag is down, and so is Julius Jones, who is stopped for no gain by Keith Adams. No gain and a penalty marker. Here's Walt Coleman.
Offside, 97. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So Darwin Walker with the 5-yard penalty.
Darwin Walker, 97, right there. You see, he's cheating as much as he can. Sure does look like that helmet. He's almost lined up in the gap. Easy to penetrate that offensive line when you can line up in the gap.
And the gap is the area that you have to control
between the down lineman in the front. I don't know if Jim Johnson just turns him loose. You get upfield, disrupt the play. We'll have somebody come in and clean it up. I don't know if he's all worried about gaps all the time.
2nd and 3. Julius Jones going outside, and Cowboys unable to get any room to run, and a 2-yard gain with Simoneau and Brian Dawkins on the play. And if you're wondering where the goose is, he's out here. He's had a little problem with his microphone, and as soon as we have that repaired, you'll be hearing from Tony, believe us.
This is Tony's kind of game. It's all down there in the trenches, so we gotta get that microphone fixed, get him back in here. I need to find out what's going on down there.
I miss him right now with all the stuff going on inside.
He's been busy this weekend.
I wonder what he was doing. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Cowboys on their 24, and the inside handoff to Darian Barnes.
Got lucky, fumbles
with a bobble, and he'd have the first down if the Cowboys get possession. It is a first down for Darian Barnes.
I think it's Sean Ryan right here, number 80, that comes in and gets the fumble. You're going to see it come loose. It's going to be down at the bottom, right near everybody's legs. There it is on the ground right here. There it's rolling right there. Sean Ryan, heads up play right there. What a great job. You know, that is such an underappreciated play in the NFL. Basically, all you're doing is recovering a fumble. I'll tell you, Bill Parcells, Darian Barnes, that's the last time he's going to see a carry today. He might not get back on the field to make a block the rest of the day. Sean Ryan just kept Dallas's plan of being able to be competitive today alive.
They saved their bacon, at least on this play, and there is the pressure on Vinny Testaverde, who does all he can do to hold on to the ball. Sheldon Brown and company coming up from the secondary, and a loss of 8 yards. And right now, for a game break, let's go to L.A. and James Brown.
Hey, Dick, take a look here at the Vikings answering back after spotting the Lions a field goal. Dante Culpepper hooking up with a wide-open Nate Burleson, playing the game with a broken finger and nose. He is the leading receiver. Vikes trying to strengthen their playoff spot. And the ageless wonder, Jerry Rice, one-handed snag. Seattle on top 7-3. Seattle in the playoffs with the win and some help. Back to Dick Stockton.
All right, thank you very much, JB. And now Julius Jones with his best run of the day. And it was Michael Lewis who brought him down after 8 yards. So the Cowboys back-to-back 8-yard gains. Remember, they started on their own 3-yard line, and now they have a first down on their own 18.
Well, the good thing about what they're doing right now is they're not panicking. They're kind of staying in that game plan. They're not pressing, and that's when you get into trouble against this defense. Punting the football early against the Philadelphia Eagles and forcing them to drive a long field is not a bad thing. The one thing you can't have is the turnover, which Dallas avoided with Sean Ryan recovering that fumble.
Ninth play of the drive, 3rd down and 9. Testaverde, and it's caught by Witten, and the Cowboys pick up another first down, and Witten was not contacted, and he is there. So Jason Witten, who has been the early target for Vinny Testaverde, gets 11 on the play.
It's the versatility. You get him out in the slot. He's a great route runner for a big guy. Watch the catch, though. It's on the back shoulder, high. A good job going up. He picked that ball up very quickly. He didn't get his head turned around. You see the athleticism, the ability to go up and make the catch. Jason Witten has quietly this year become, you know, to me, one of the best tight ends in the NFL.
Cowboys tight end record with the 69 catches, breaking Doug Cosby's record. First down on the 38-yard line, and here's Julius Jones, and that'll be a loss of about 3.5 yards. And it was Paul Grass-Manis, who playing more without Hollis Thomas in there. First action since the second game of a year ago last week.
Over the same guy again, Andre Garrard. Now it's Paul Grass-Manis. We saw Corey Simon. He's getting beat to the inside. I mean, you cannot get beat to the inside. I mean, rule number one for an offensive lineman, you protect your inside, especially when the play is going away from you. And Andre Garrard, twice already this afternoon, has gotten beat immediately right across his face.
Well, Gerard and Tucker have been struggling on the right side. That's why they made replacements. Adams and Allen have been a little better on the left side of the line. And that is the end of the first quarter. No score here in Philadelphia. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages.
Thank you for ordering SBC Yahoo DSL. You have a good day, too. Okay. Thank you for calling SBC.
SBC, going beyond the call.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
We revolutionized digital. The Canon Connect and Score rebate. See your authorized Canon dealer or Canon website for details.
The season's best. Experience the magic. Cadillac. Breakthrough. Visit your Super Network Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
January, the producers of ER present the story of an ex-con who becomes a very unlikely hero.
You kicked out my little brother's teeth one night. I think you got the wrong guy. Yo, Taquan.
Johnny Zero premieres Friday, January 14th on Fox.
So Bill Parcells, who's not talking about playoffs now, obviously, after losing to New Orleans last week. He had hopes all year, trying to spring a big upset here. No score second quarter. The Eagles have flourished in the first quarter this year, but not today. As Julius Jones on the first play on 2nd down and 13 gets 8 of those yards back. And there you see exactly what the Cowboys want to do to try to keep McNabb, Owens, and Westbrook and company off the field.
That's just outstanding in the first quarter. That is exactly what you have to do with this offense. They only had one drive out there. So, great job by the Dallas Cowboys offense being able to maintain the ball. Now, they've made a change. Right here, you've got Matt Lair, who's in the lineup now at right guard for Andre Garage. So he had a chance to start the game, but that's it.
Well, down goes Testaverde. Corey Simon will get the sack. Back at the 35-yard line, a loss of 6, and the offensive line could not hold him out.
Now he's going to come right over here. You're bringing pressure up into the guard area. That's Matt Lair, your first guy in. Now that's a blown assignment because they turned him loose right up in the face of the quarterback, and now you've got another missed assignment on the outside. I've seen guys try and do a crossing route where they rub the defender off, but I've never seen that one where they try and rub their own player off on the ground. That's mistakes. You can't have the missed assignments.
Pleased to meet you for the Cowboys as Dexter Wynn tackled at the sideline at the 30-yard line. Well, the Cowboys can say they've controlled the ball, but still nothing here at Lincoln Financial Field.
That's not Santa. That's 50 million jolly customers who know their financial stockings are stuffed. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money.
Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas, knew that everyone needed a little excitement now and then. So Wendy's delicious Wild Mountain combos with Colby Jack cheese, bacon, and our own hot and smoky pepper sauce are back. So go wild at Wendy's. Dave's way.
Not in our house, buddy. Not today.
Oh, no! This ain't going down. Not today, Daddy, now!
Not today.
Not today.
Not tomorrow.
Nobody coming in here. Not in our house. Not in our house.
Visa, official card of the NFL and the house of the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, where they accept no other card to get you in. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
When you want to find her just the perfect gift, it helps to know the people who know diamonds. The Diamond Right Hand Ring, just $299.99. Zales, the diamond store.
This Wednesday,
Ow! Ow! Cover your nose, you're terrifying him.
2 families will come together to create some lasting memories
Salome massage.
they'd like to forget.
Mom, you were riding him like Seabiscuit.
Meet the Fockers. Rated PG-13.
11 NFL athletes living in one house. Backyard football has never looked so good. Or maybe it's just the apparel.
And welcome back to the city of brotherly love. You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in the world's finest high-definition standard. Dick Stockton along with Darryl Johnston and the Goose, Tony Siragusa. And a guy we got to watch, Greg Ellis, and I know the Eagles are today, Tony.
Absolutely, Dick. Just watching Greg Ellis down here, he's, one-on-one very rarely with John Runyon. They've had a tight end on him, cutting him. They've had the fullback out of the backfield trying to disrupt him. They're doing whatever they can to try and keep him off of Donovan McNabb.
High praise for Greg Ellis because they have the same game plan for Michael Strahan.
Play action and going to Terrell Owens, and the pass thrown out of bounds. But step for step with him was Terrence Newman. And so the Eagles, only their second possession of the game after 16-plus minutes. So the Cowboys getting that part of the job done. And Terrell Owens, of course, is 1 touchdown reception away from forcing their head coach to wear spandex. That's true. The best point differential by a team this year. And there you saw, and there's Andy Reid, who promised everyone that no one would actually see the tights, and they're selling tickets, and the prices are going higher and higher.
I talked to him before the game, Dick, and he said, everybody just in the whole country just wants to see a guy who's overweight in a pair of tights. This is ridiculous.
You can identify with that and the pass is caught by Todd Pinkston and a first down. And so let's see what's going to look like when Andy Reid finally puts those tights on, and you know it's going to happen sooner or later. You like the white ones?
No, white, he's got to wear something dark. It's more slimming. See right there. Look how much more better the black looks than the white.
Nice calves on him right there.
The eagle green.
That's eagle green.
Well, it's a good fashion. No red. No. Well, it is Christmas, though. It is. We're getting close to Christmas.
Yeah. Is that hot red?
It was more
hot.
the not the real hot red, kind of the Christmas red, you know.
Fire engine red.
Yeah, that's it.
Donovan McNabb up the middle and overthrows. So McNabb has not been very accurate to start the game. Freddie Mitchell covered by Roy Williams downfield, and that will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Sometimes Roy Williams has got to bypass on the big hit and make the big play. Right here, you can tell this ball is overthrown. That's an interception for Roy. But Roy wants to come up and deliver the big hit to Freddie Mitchell. Sometimes Freddie trying to brush him up. You ain't got nothing, Roy. I didn't even feel that. You're like a bug on me. But sometimes he's got, I know you want to get the big hit early and set the tempo, but, an interception can do the same thing for you.
McNabb 3 for 8 right now. Going the other way. Flag is down, and the pass is caught by Todd Pinkston.
Interesting to see whether this is offensive or defensive. Todd Pinkston looked like he had a little bit to do in that thing.
Lance Frazier, the man they want to go at.
Illegal use of hands to the face, 30, defense. That penalty's declined. The play results in a first down.
And you can see how disgusted Bill Parcells is because he has seen a lot of this.
Yeah, they have had too many defensive penalties the last few weeks. You cannot get your hand on the face mask of the wide receiver when you are on the outside. It's a very easy play call for the officials on the outside. Todd Pinkston does a good job of fighting through everything and making the catch to make it irrelevant.
And Andy Reid made no bones about it. He says, we're going at number 30. We're going at Lance Frazier as much as we can. First down for the Eagles on the Cowboy 36. Here's Westbrook following his blocking, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Dat Wynn, the middle linebacker, making the play.
Well, Lance Frazier tips his hat. He's coming from the outside. He's going to pressure right here. Watch him come into your frame. If you're going to blitz from the outside, come in and make the play. I mean, he doesn't even get near Brian Westbrook in that situation. If you're going to send the guy, I mean, blitzers, it's a different thing. You've got to be able to see the play developing. If they're going to take a chance and bring you on the play, you've got to go make the play. You've got to be able to see where the ball is and go make the tackle.
Moose, it almost looked like he was waiting for the runner to bounce outside. It never happened. There was a gaping hole on the inside.
Guys, he took the circuitous route on that one and came up empty-handed. 2nd down and 6, and McNabb with time going underneath to Dorsey Levens, who breaks a tackle and gets down to the Cowboys' 15-yard line. And right now, let's check in with another game break. Here's James Brown.
All right, Dick Stockton, the Jets capitalize on their 2nd goal line opportunity with a touchdown. This one by Curtis Martin, his 11th rushing touchdown that ties the franchise record. They're nursing a 3-point lead over Seattle in the 2nd. Back to Dick Stockton.
So Seattle hopes to win a road game to keep their 1-game lead in the NFC West. Meanwhile, the Eagles, with a 17-yard pass play, have a first down on the 15 of the Cowboys, and Brian Westbrook is now split wide to the right. He's open, and he makes the catch on the slant and has a first down inside the 5. How many different positions does Brian Westbrook play for this team? He can be an I-back, he can be a fullback, or a receiver for 11 yards here.
Well, the big thing is you can displace him all over the formation. He could have been out there. He could have been in the slot where Terrell is, in close where Greg Lewis is. But what he's doing, he's learning the subtleties of the position. He absolutely froze Dat Wynn in his tracks. That is the ability that he has when he gets the ball in open spaces, because he can make so many people miss. You just go. Give it everything you got. Go to take him down, deliver the big hit. If you miss, fine, because he's going to make you look silly like he did to Dat Wynn right there.
And this is an overmatch as far as the red zone is concerned. Looking at the Eagles, number 1, and the Cowboys near the bottom, as Dorsey Levens is tackled by Carson after a pickup of 2 yards here. And we're early in the 2nd quarter. Scoreless game, and there you see into the game. It'll be a 3 tight end formation. Mike Bartram has joined L.J. Smith and Chad Lewis into the lineup. 9th play of the drive coming up. Cowboy defense has been very tough in preventing rushers from scoring. 2nd down and goal at the 2, and it'll be a pass play. And the pass is caught. What a play made for a touchdown by
Nice
Shad
job.
Lewis. Shad Lewis, and a flag is down, just timed his leap against all the Dallas defenders.
Number 89 right here, Chad Lewis. He's going to do a good job selling the play. This is a good job by Dallas.
Defense lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
That's a touchdown. They'll enforce that on the kick, but that win, they bought him a little bit of time because they got pressure into Donovan McNabb's face, and they made him hold the ball and then deliver it late. Now, Dadwin he had time to make up, but he didn't find the ball. He never picked it up as he was closing on Chad Lewis.
So the Eagles jump on top 6-0, and David Akers, who has been a perfect 39 for 39 in the point after this year. That kick misses it, and it's blocked. It was a low kick, and it goes off to the left. And the first miss of the year for Akers, and the Eagles will have to be content with a 6-0 lead over the Cowboys.
When you've been recognized by J.D. Power & Associates as the most dependable heavy-duty full-size pickup truck, there's no need to be bashful. GMC Sierra, professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
Unstoppable. Like a Waltrip is, so is its Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive watches. Unstoppable.
The durability of titanium. Now in Remington's all-new titanium shaving system. Designed for closeness, comfort, and to clean itself automatically. Remington Titanium. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
One ordinary con.
I did not murder him!
One extraordinary adventure.
Somehow, I told you so doesn't quite say it.
iRobot. Today. Gotcha.
Experience a deep cleaning unlike any other. It's the Sonicare difference. With patented sonic technology, it reaches deep between teeth and along the gum line. No wonder it's the most used and recommended by dental professionals. Stop brushing. Start Sonicare.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by GMC Trucks and SUVs. We are professional grade. By Citizen Watches, Citizen Echo Drive, Unstoppable. By Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's. And by iRobot, own it on DVD today.
6-0 the score. Hey, Tony, did I jinx Akers, you think?
Oh, man, when you said he had a perfect 39 for 39 this year, man, you just put it all over him. He's got to go see a priest now, Dick.
You know what else he's notorious for? The guy who hasn't thrown an interception or a fumble. You know, that thing will come out. He hasn't had a fumble in 315 carries.
You know that next play's going to be a fumble.
I wish it were that easy. Terrence Copper returning the kickoff for the Cowboys, who trail 6-0, and Copper extends it beyond the 30. And you saw the number on McNabb, not near Manning, but 30 touchdown passes, pretty impressive.
Cold hard fact. Only Coors Light is frost brewed at ice cold temperatures. Stored cold and shipped cold. And when beer starts out this cold, it ends up this refreshing. Coors Light, our goal, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Absolutely.
He helped me pick this out.
The Leo Diamond, crafted by the artisans at Leo Schachter and hand-selected to match beautifully by Kay.
Can I give you folks a lift?
Every kiss begins with K. Here, honey.
Thank you.
Good morning. Let's talk about the what's going to be doing something. Much more the same over the next couple of days. You might want to do some hard work. Saving up a little. What is the situation? Okay, here's your ticket.
Thank you.
Stay cool, however you can, and make sure call me when you get there.
I will.
Tired of waiting for your reward? With Thank You from Citi, you get great rewards that are easy to earn, easy to redeem. That's a card you can count on.
If a concert hall can be acoustically tuned, if a 60,000-seat stadium can have a retractable roof, if an 80-ton bullet train can glide on air, why not your SUV? At GMC, our engineers don't just ask questions, they have answers. The GMC Envoy line of SUVs. Professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
Cowboys start from the 31. Bill Parcells really not happy with the right side of his offensive line. Kurt Bowler's replacing Torrin Tucker, who did not make the trip. And now Matt Lair has replaced Andre Gerard. In motion is Dedrick Ward. First down for Dallas. Vinny Testaverde stepping back, and his pass thrown out of bounds. And the Eagles say he was in the pocket. That's intentional grounding. And a flag is down.
I'm assuming that that's another missed assignment, because I don't think Vinny was under that much duress to take a shot at an intentional grounding penalty. I think he really expected somebody to be out there in that part of the field. We saw the last play. We saw the missed assignment on the protection that allowed the pressure. We saw the receivers run into each other on the outside. I just don't understand the lack of concentration at this stage of the season for the Cowboys.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Holding, 68, offense. That penalty will be declined. We have intentional grounding on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty and loss of down. Second down.
And the loss of down is the reason they took the intentional grounding call.
Yeah, well, here's your holding is going to be on Matt Lair right there. He's your guy that's in for Andre Gerard. So I don't know what you do at that point. You know, you're running out of guys. Tyson Walters available. They sat Ben Knoll down.
Jacob Rogers, perhaps.
Well, yeah, he's a tackle, though. He's a rookie, and I don't know if Coach Parcells wants him in the lineup going against Javon Curse. It's just you have such a poor performance the week before, and you know that they've emphasized all this, and to come out and have the type of performance you've had up to this point, you can understand why Bill Parcells does not know what to expect from his team.
No, he said he was worried about how the team will act, and it was a sense of resignation around the Cowboys, and it's resonated here, although in due respect for the Cowboys, despite their offensive line problems, they did control the ball pretty much in that first quarter, although they did not score. And the officials are trying to get things straightened out as well, and now we're ready to go. Second down and 21 for the Cowboys. Julius Jones, who has gained 26 yards on 10 carries with his 11th attempt, and a good one for the rookie from Notre Dame, who was hurt and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
You know, Moose, you talked earlier about the inconsistency at Dallas. You know, you watch them, and all of a sudden they'll have a really good play. The next play they'll give up a sack, or they'll miss a missed assignment left and right. You know, I know all the players all week were talking about how Coach Parcells distanced himself from all the players, and you can understand why.
Yeah, they can't follow it up. They can't get on any type of roll or establish any type of rhythm with positive plays on consecutive plays.
Third down and 10 on the 31. 3 wide receivers out of the shotgun is Vinny Testaverde. He's got time, and Testaverde, flag is down, and the pass caught by Quincy Morgan into Eagle territory at the 49. But a flag is thrown back on the 30-yard line of Dallas. That would be a 21-yard gain, and penalties have really crushed Dallas so far.
Illegal formation on the offense. Number 82 was not on the line of scrimmage, leaving the tackle uncovered.
Boy, how
5-yard
frustrating.
penalty, still third down.
How frustrating this has to be for Bill Parcells.
Well, these are basic fundamental things. Now, you've got both of your receivers here and here. One of those guys has to cover the line of scrimmage because you've got an open tackle right there. Now, it's on either guy. You know, which one of you guys is supposed to be up? I say the outside guy. I think you're trying to get Jason Witten into a slot. I'm going to put that on the guy on the outside. Not very rarely do you see the slot guy up on the ball and then the wide receiver off. Most times you see it flip. I don't know whose responsibility, but a pre-snap, missed assignment again.
So instead of a 21-yard gain and a first down, it's third down and 15, and Witten makes the catch, but he won't get to the first down marker. And it was Michael Lewis, the Eagles' strong safety, in what has been a surprisingly terrific secondary for the Eagles this year. And there is Lewis, who along with Dawkins, who has come back huge this season, and Shepard and Brown at the corners. 12-yard gain, and it's a punting situation. Dexter Wynn, the rookie from Colorado State, goes back to receive the kick from Matt McBriar.
With the loss of Bobby Taylor and Troy Vincent, a lot of questions coming into the season, but Sheldon Brown and Lito Shepard done a great job manning the corners for the Eagles.
You're so right how they have delivered, and of course they did get pretty good experience last year when both of those corners were hurt. And the punt will go inside the 20-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start with 8:01 remaining in the second quarter here in Philadelphia. It'll be home field clinching day for the Eagles, who lead.
Special delivery, ladies.
Well, look who's here.
Got your fresh beer right here.
What do you got?
I got intentional taste mask. All American brewed beers are fresh. This guy's hiding something.
Illegal use of the hand truck. Distributing beer with less taste. Place it with Miller Lite.
More taste.
Half the carbs.
You can't flag the king.
Right.
Okay, we got multiple penalties on Dan. Intentional
Miller.
taste mask.
Good call.
Illegal use of the hand truck.
She had her license for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and 2 accidents in less than 10 seconds.
2. I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Weber, and this is a true story.
Yeah, I was scared. I didn't want to call my parents.
I called her parents.
He really treated her like she was his own daughter.
I handled her claim and gave her a few pointers.
A lot of pointers.
A lot of pointers. Any insurance company can promise you a good price, but nobody takes care of you like State Farm. We'd love to prove it to you. Call an agent today, like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
Trailers don't have anti-lock brakes, crumple zones, or airbags. That's why we designed the new Ford Super Duty with the only integrated trailer brake controller, part of our exclusive tow command system. Because what good is towing a 19,200-pound trailer if you can't control it? This is the next Ford Super Duty, built Ford tough.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Ford. The next Ford Super Duty. Tougher, stronger, smarter. By Zales, the Diamond Store. By State Farm, providing insurance and financial services like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by the new Singular, raising the bar.
What's your name? Jessica? What would you like, Jessica?
I like felt coloring.
What's that?
Felt coloring. She likes puzzle posters.
Oh, okay. Get one of them on the list. You know, wave to everybody out there. Wave to the camera.
And this is the week that Santa listens to what the youngsters want. It's all over the country. Santa Claus. Dorsey Levens picking up about 6 yards on first down. Wiley and Frazier on the play, and for another game break, here's JB. What do you got, JB?
Hey, Dick Stockton, well, here's what the Vikings fans want for Christmas. More of this. Take a look at Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss. Vintage 51st hookup of their careers. 82 yards, Dick, longest ever touchdown for Moss. I guess the hamstring is okay. It is now 14-3 Minnesota. That in the second. Back to Dick Stockton.
All right, thank you, JB. Meanwhile, another wide receiver, Todd Pinkston, just limped off the field for the Eagles, who have a 2nd down and 4, and McNabb rolling out. And McNabb passing to Terrell Owens, goes out of bounds, and it appears to have a first down at the 30-yard line. So here's the story in the NFC North. The Vikings trailing the Packers by 1, and Green Bay is playing Jacksonville today. And, of course, Minnesota knows that they've got Detroit today, but next week on Christmas Eve, they have the big game at home against Green Bay.
A huge game for the Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, sorting out that NFC North. But I agree, Dick, the Green Bay Packers, they are going to have their hands full today at Lambeau Field with Jacksonville. The one thing they've got going for them, though, I've heard it's minus 19 with the wind chill up in Lambeau.
Sure, Jacksonville is going to be happy about that. There you see working on Todd Pinkston, who came out of the game, replaced by Greg Lewis, number 83, and the Eagles will call their first timeout. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Eagles 6, Cowboys nothing.
Unstoppable. Like a Waltrip is, so is its Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive watches. Unstoppable. DVD.
Oh, yeah! Welcome to the concrete jungle! Get your hands off my tools, huh? Huh? Where you at? Huh? What you looking around for? No backup! I got you! Who your daddy? Who your dad?
SBC, going beyond the call.
Brown keeps my customers in the loop.
Used to be they didn't know when they'd get their sunglasses, so they'd call me. Now, with UPS, my customers get an email letting them know when their order is going to arrive. It's like I answer their questions, even before they ask.
How'd you do that?
I'm telepathic.
Email notification for better customer service. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
Today's game on Fox is brought to you by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Well, next week on a Fox NFL special, we mentioned this Christmas Eve big one. The Packers and Brett Favre against Dante Culpepper and the Vikings in a game that could decide the NFC North Division champion. Coverage will begin Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific here on Fox, presented in Fox Sports High Definition. Eagles with their timeout come back to the line of scrimmage. It's the 29, first down. Brian Westbrook back in there, but Donovan McNabb wants to throw the ball, goes underneath, and it's dropped by Westbrook, bringing up third down, or even second down.
That's one thing Dallas is doing well right now. They're doing a good job on first down. And, you know, one of the things that they've struggled with is getting into second and short where the playbook opens up for the opposition. It takes them out of their style. Mike Zimmer, his success last year when this defense was ranked #1 in yards was being able to pressure because they got teams in a lot of third and long situations. The success that their opponents have had on first down this season has prevented them from playing that same style.
And Terrell Owens on a fake end around and the screen to Westbrook. And Westbrook is tackled about 5 or 6 yards shy of the first down. Good play made by a couple of linebackers. Dad Wynn has been doing it all year. And Scott Shanley, who's making his first NFL start today at outside linebacker. Shanley at the strong side for Al Singleton, as Moose mentioned.
Yeah, he has done a real nice job on special teams all year long. He's one of those guys that Bill Parcells likes, one of the guys that's down in that area of guys, special teams guys. He's looking for the smart player, the tough player, the guy that loves to play the game. I think he's out of that mold, and he's proving his mettle today, getting his first opportunity to start. He's done a nice job.
And playing alongside that man, Dak Wynn, third down and 6. And McNabb has it stripped away, and the Cowboys recover. The Dallas Cowboys recover at the 22, so Greg Ellis came in, the man they had to watch, and Eric Abagu make the recovery for the Dallas Cowboys.
Greg Ellis out here at your left defensive end. He's going up against John Runyon. He talked to us about going inside. He really feels that John Runyon sometimes struggles when a guy comes up and then goes hard to the inside. That time, he just beat him to the outside, and that is the play that Dallas needs to do more of. They have had a difficult time with getting takeaways, and one of those reasons is because they're not doing a good job getting sacks on the quarterback. The sack fumble is a play that's almost been non-existent in the Dallas defensive performances this year. Greg Ellis, you can see why they had so much respect for him.
And Darryl, the Eagles coming into the game had committed only 13 turnovers, tied with the Jets for the fewest in the NFL, and now a golden opportunity for Vinny Testaverde and the Cowboys. First down on the Eagle 23, Julius Jones cutting upfield, getting inside the 20. Hugh Douglas on the tackle. And an opportunity. Remember, the Eagles scored the touchdown but missed the extra point.
Well, Dallas does a good job of generating the turnover, but unfortunately their work is far from done right now. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Look at how they play defense after the turnover. An average of only 1.3 points per turnover. Best in the NFL across the board. That is where this team has kind of separated itself. You know, they can be aggressive on the offensive side of the ball because their defense plays so well in that sudden change, which is a situation you have after a turnover.
That's nothing but pride there, Moose. That's the hardest thing, the quick turnovers and the change of possession for a defense to go and get all ready to get in there, and they do a great job at it.
And on 2nd and 5, a 3-yard pickup by Jones as he gets to the 15-yard line. It'll be third down and short, so if the Cowboys want to contend in this game, this would be, even at this stage, a big down for them.
Well, this is a huge down. I mean, you've got to get points, and we saw in David Akers' extra point attempt that nothing is given in the NFL today. You can have a kick block. You've got to stay on pace. You've got to take advantage of every opportunity. 3 points here does not help the Cowboys, in my opinion.
3rd down and 2, and here is the first down by Julius Jones as he followed his blockers nicely, getting down to the 10-yard line, picking up 5 in the process.
They did a nice little change up here because this is Richie Anderson as your fullback. To me, that tips me off. Okay, let's get ready for pass, play action, some type of passing situation, and they slip Julius Jones up on the inside. Richie Anderson does a good job on Hugh Douglas, a guy not known for his run defense.
No, hardly. And tell you what, this is the one element, as we mentioned, that the Cowboys did not have when they were destroyed 49-21 at Texas Stadium. The presence of a Julius Jones to run the ball. And he dives close to the 7-yard line. Sheldon Brown making the tackle. He has gained 52 yards, has Jones, on 15 carries. And when he finally got healthy, and it was the first appearance really of any note was against the Baltimore Ravens in a losing cause, Bill Parcells felt he finally had a running back.
Well, he found out, and he really found out quickly because he loaded him up with a bunch of carries, and those were against good defenses. You talk about the Baltimore Ravens, the Chicago Bears, then he goes out to Seattle. Consecutive games with 30-plus carries. The only guy to do that besides Julius Jones, Earl Campbell.
2nd down and goal on the 7-yard line, and there's a play fake and the pass, and it is caught in the end zone by Keyshawn Johnson for the touchdown. And may have been shaken up momentarily as he went down with Lito Shepherd. It would be a 7-yard touchdown pass from Testaverde, who is going over to see how Keyshawn is.
Well, that is what Keyshawn Johnson was brought in here to do. He's the physical possession receiver, sells him on a little outside move, then cuts back to the post. A ball thrown very well on time by Vinny Testaverde up in a spot where Keyshawn could go get it.
That's exactly what when the run opens up. That's exactly what it does. You come with the play action, and everybody bites on that run because you're getting yards here and there.
Billy Cundiff will try to give the Cowboys the lead with 3:22 to go in the first half, and he does. And what a surprise for the Eagles, knowing that they need a win, at least this week, to wrap up home field throughout. The Cowboys leading 7-6 late in the 2nd quarter.
We raised the bar on design. We pushed the limits of performance. Now, every great story deserves a happy ending. It's Nissan's National Year-End event. Get year-end deals like $1,500 cash back on the Altima. That's $1,500 cash back on the 05 Altima with a stylish new interior. Hurry to your Nissan dealer while the story continues, because this event ends January 3rd.
Strong, stealthy. When it comes to real-life heroes, nobody's bigger. I'm Fat Albert. Well, this Christmas, Fat Albert's gonna save the day. Comedy comes. Nice meeting you. In extra large.
I know big, and you, my friend, are big.
Oh, Lord. Fat Albert, get back in the set now. Rated PG this Christmas.
Cold hard fact. The higher the elevation, the lower the temperature. That's why every single Coors Light is born right here in the Rockies. And when beer starts out this cold, it ends up this refreshing. Coors Light, our goal, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
A gorgeous mansion, a beautiful woman, and 8 charming men. You think you've seen it before.
I think you may be my dad.
Trust us, you haven't.
I'm your dad. I'm your dad.
I'm your dad. One of them is her long-lost dad, but can she figure out who he is?
Oh, God.
Who's Your Daddy? A 90-minute Fox event, Monday, January 3rd. Are you ready for the next American Idol?
You are the musical equivalent of a fire alarm.
American Idol returns Tuesday, January 18th on Fox.
You heard Tony talk about the play action. This guy right here is going to go across in coverage on a route. Jeremiah Trotter is a guy that gets kind of caught. He doesn't get back and get the depth. to close down that throwing lane, but watch the throw by Vinny Testaverde, because he does have to go right over the top of Jeremiah Trotter. That's why it was up, and Keyshawn Johnson had to go up and make the catch. But a good throw by Vinny Testaverde. They did a good job affecting some of the coverage underneath and got 7 points.
Yeah, no doubt, Darryl, and the patented Keyshawn catch. We've seen him make a lot of those over his career. J.R. Reed, the rookie kick returner, brings it out to the 31-yard line. And the Eagles, who have won 8 out of their last 9 over the Cowboys, trailing 7-6. Today's game is being seen around the world on Armed Forces Television, and we want to send our best wishes to the men and women of the 2nd Battalion, 503rd Airborne Infantry, the Fury from the Sky in Vicenza, Italy. And we appreciate all you do for America. And of course, you know, a lot of Christmas cards heading your way. Well, we have one to send you guys and gals out there, remembering you at Christmas, and signed by our broadcast crew, Tony Siragusa, Darryl Johnston, and yours truly. This is our Christmas card to you, and we are with you all the way. 1st and 10, and McNabb has all day to throw, and he finally finds Brian Westbrook out on the flat, and Westbrook does the rest himself with his legs, and a first down to the 46, picking up 16-yard line. And Shanley that time missed Brian Westbrook.
Well, he's going aggressive to make the tackle, but you've got to be aware of who's got the ball. I mean, it's Brian Westbrook. He's going to come out here on a little flare route. There goes 58, Scott Shanley. You've got to keep him a little bit closer to you. Now watch as he goes out, under control. If you're going to get around that guy in open space, you've got to break down and come to balance when you get close.
From the 46, and here's Westbrook again, and he doesn't go anywhere after making the grab, and is tackled at the 49 after picking up 2.5 yards. You remember Todd Pinkston worked on the sideline. He has an injured knee, and it's questionable as to his return. And again, we've got to point out, and the Eagles need this game. They're not going to play around today because they want to nail down the home field throughout in the NFC. But, you know, the injuries, sometimes they mount toward the end of the year. And now Pinkston, we don't know the degree of that hurt, and some of the defensive linemen. 2nd down and 7 on the 49 of the Eagles. And the clock runs down to the 2-minute warning in what has been a surprise, to say the least. Dallas leading Philadelphia 7-6.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Sprint PCS Picture Mail. It's easy for football fans to shoot, send, and share their own football moments.
Wow, looks nice. So your electric bill's going to be a little higher this month, just like your family's wireless bill. Well, relax. Only Sprint got rid of ugly overages for families. Take a look.
Protect your family from ugly overages. Now, 100 extra minutes only cost $5. Other plans charge at least $35, and unlimited Sprint PCS to PCS calling is included.
And with the money you save, maybe this could be a year-round thing.
Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
To prove Aspen Edge has more taste than Michelob Ultra, we asked beer drinkers for their thoughts. Okay, guys, take a small sip and... Okay, you missed a drop there.
Beer drinkers agree. Aspen Edge has more taste than Michelob Ultra.
On DVD. Own the director's cut. That's unrated and not shown in theaters. From the producer of Pearl Harbor.
If this be our destiny, so be it.
King Arthur, the director's cut. Own it this Tuesday on DVD.
We raise the bar on design. We push the limits of performance. Now, every great story deserves a happy ending. It's Nissan's National Year-End event. Get year-end deals like $1,500 cash back on the Altima. That's $1,500 cash back on the 05 Altima with a stylish new interior. Hurry to your Nissan dealer while the story continues, because this event ends January 3rd.
Well, you wonder what you make of this game. It's 7-6, and the Eagles, of course, coming off a tough win against Washington last week on the road. Dallas came in and looked like deflated, and yet they're hanging in there.
Unbelievable, the sense you got talking to Dallas's coaches and players on Saturday night, but they're executing a plan that Bill Parcells had in place. Now, he had it in place the first time, and it didn't work out. But Julius Jones, the addition of Julius Jones and the ability to control the clock and keep Philadelphia's offense off the field. Sometimes the best defense is a very effective offense.
And, of course, you turn the ball over as the Eagles did. The Cowboys took advantage of it. And here's the handoff to Brian Westbrook. gets the first down. So Westbrook could be a big factor as Roy Williams makes the stop after picking up 9 yards on the play. Westbrook now has gained 19 yards in 4 carries as a rusher and has caught 5 passes already.
You talked earlier about Westbrook, Moose, and this play right there just goes to show that he loves to hit more than he loves to get interceptions, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't know where this theory that he's not a tough guy comes into play, because that was Roy Williams. He took him on and delivered a blow himself.
And nearly picked off on the deflection. It was deflected off the hands of Terrell Owens. Next week, it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. It all begins with America's #1 pregame show. Then Michael Vick and the Falcons. What a comeback against the Saints. Followed by the classic rivalry. And it's going to be Parcells and Gibbs. Redskins playing much better as of late. Beat the 49ers yesterday on Fox against Dallas. Other regional action. Coverage begins noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Here on Fox. Presented in Fox Sports High Definition.
Patrick Ramsey.
Hope you don't have a cold. Here's Brian Westbrook on the flip end around, and Westbrook picking up 5 yards on the play. I hope that cough gets better soon.
I had a little tickle in my throat.
I got lozenges if you need one.
There is Terrell Owens, who so far in this game has not caught a pass. Remember, he's 1 touchdown reception away from some fun with his head coach Andy Reid. Want to remind you, coming up on the Visa halftime report, J.B. Terry, Howie, and Jimmy scores and highlights them around the league. 3rd down and 5, and McNabb's pass, and it's dropped by Freddie Mitchell. Looked like Mitchell had his hands on it.
Right through his hands, Dick.
That's what number 31 does, lurking in the secondary. Sometimes those hands become attached. Oh, no, I'm not going to get on him about that one. That was just a lack of concentration at the catch.
So 4th down, and Dirk Johnson will come on to kick it away. And so here is Johnson, and the Eagles right now not playing like a 12-1 team. And back deep is Lance Frazier. He's going to try and let that kick go in the end zone, but it's caught at the 9-yard line by Roderick Hood, and that's where the Eagles, or the Cowboys, will begin. This February, television's biggest event returns to Fox with a full day of coverage, beginning with a star-studded pregame spectacular. And then the game's best teams meet to crown a champion. Super Bowl 39 this February in high definition, only on Fox. And of course, the Eagles, who have lost the last 3 NFC title games in the past 2 years, right here in Philadelphia, looking to get over that hump. So regardless of what their record has been in the regular season, everyone will look to that game. Can they get by that one?
Well, they got to get there first. There's a lot of high expectations out there, Dick, but there's no guarantees to even get there.
Right. 1st down and 10 with 35 seconds to go, and Julius Jones for no gain. So coming up again, we want to remind you on the Visa halftime report, our guys out in Los Angeles, J.B. Terry, Howie, and Jimmy, scores and highlights from the early games around the league, and the Fox Sports ticker will have up to the second scores and stats. Eagles with a timeout, their second.
Earlier tonight, our Wakefield Wildcats lost by a field goal, 21-20. That means no playoffs this year.
Well, let's lock it up.
I can stay a while.
Me too.
Come on in, boys. I'll bet you're hungry.
At Applebee's, being part of the neighborhood is what we're all about.
29 seconds remaining in the half. Terrell Owens had a tremendous game against the Cowboys in the early meeting with 6 catches, 134 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He has not been shut out today, has caught 1 for a measly 4 yards. But the Cowboys have the ball, 2nd down and 9. Not about to try anything fancy with a 1-point lead, although look at that tremendous balance by Julius Jones as he gets 5 yards. And a timeout will be called with 22 seconds remaining.
sweet ride.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Let's do it.
I'm good.
Tired of waiting for your reward? With Thank You from Citi, you get great rewards that are easy to earn, easy to redeem. That's a card you can count on.
Well, T.O. hasn't been able to strut his stuff yet, and by calling the third and final timeout on 3rd down and 4, the Cowboys still hope to get one last shot at least getting the ball in position for a possible field goal. Vinny Testaverde coming back from the bench. Cowboys are been pretty good on 3rd downs today, guys. 4 of 7, and they need 4 yards here.
Yeah, I think their big thing here is just to convert so the time can run out and not allow the Philadelphia Eagles to have the opportunity to get the ball back.
They're out of timeouts, and they're not going to get the first down as Jones is brought down by Darwin Walker. Dhani Jones also involved in the play. And the final seconds will tick off, and that will be the story as the Eagles, by virtue of a David Akers missed extra point trail. And that is the end of the first half with the score. The Cowboys 7 and the Eagles 6. Fox NFL Sunday continues the Visa halftime report after these messages.
Daytona 500 returns in HD this February on Fox.
Snow's on the way. For your weather, traffic, and school info, good day at 5 a.m. on Fox 29.
How inspiring can the minivan be? Can it give you seats when you need them and space when you don't? Yes. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Town & Country, the only minivan with stow-and-go seating and storage. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Now you can lease the Chrysler Town & Country minivan for only $259 a month with only $1758 due at signing. See your Chrysler dealer for details. Official minivan of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Life is full of milestones. That's why Sovereign Bank offers milestone banking. So you can grow, achieve, and thrive. Sovereign Bank.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. This once-a-year event is on, with a big selection and great values on your favorite Toyota cars. It's your last chance of the year to get a new 2005 Camry with 1.9% financing, or get $500 cash back. Or you can lease a Camry for just $209 a month for 36 months. That's 3 great ways to save on one great vehicle. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
This holiday, help make sure all your important deliveries arrive safely. Drive a Volvo. The Volvo Holiday Sales Event at your Volvo retailer now.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Get ready for the game.
All right, welcome to those of you to the Visa Halftime here. Dallas and Philadelphia. Philadelphia trying to clinch home field throughout.
Donovan McNabb and the Eagles looking to clinch home field advantage, but first, play action. It's Testaverde sacked by Sheldon Brown. Corner blitz. No score at this point. Top left of your screen, Chad Lewis will make a phenomenal tight end reception in the end zone. Touchdown, a 2-yard version. Extra point was blocked. 6-0 Eagles. McNabb back. Hit by Greg Ellis. Fumbles. And there he is, Eric Abagu. Yeah, that's good. I got Abagu. Covers. Cowboys. I like that. Touchdown pass, Keyshawn Johnson. There it is. I got it in. 7-6. It is. Thank you very much, Cowboy. Yeah. Jets hosting Seattle. Curtis Martin getting ready to rumble up there. Martin
bounces outside. Seahawks, bad tackling, finally into the secondary. 20-yard gain would lead to a field goal, 3-0. Then Hasselbeck back, top right of his screen. Wall, touchdown reception, the third by Jerry Rice since joining the Seahawks, 197th of his career. Curtis Martin then out of the eye, right tackle, touchdown, 14th touchdown on the season, new franchise record, 17-7. And then Pennington looking right, throwing right. What about the bad arm? That's some bad information. Nice shot, beautiful catch. There it is. 32-yard strike to Santana Moss, 24-7. Jets over Seahawks. Vikings traveling to play the line. Plenty of pass protection. Something Culpepper hadn't had of late. Nate Burleson there, 36-yard score, 7-3 Vikings. Hey, look at the pass protection once again. Plenty of time to throw. Randy Moss, 82-yard touchdown reception, as longest of his young career. It is Minnesota 4-3. Yes, it did. Here's another guy looking awfully good. Kevin Jones in from 16 yards out. It is Viking 14-13 over the lines, hoping to get into the playoffs.
Boy, look at the Chiefs. Dante Hall got it started with the second kickoff return for a touchdown. And the Chargers 14-0 over the Browns. LaDainian Tomlinson, wow. Rushing touchdown in 11th straight game. The young fellas getting it done. Buffalo Bills strengthening their playoff hopes, 21-10 over the Bengals. And Chicago clinging to slim playoff hopes, trailing the Texans by the score of 7-0. Back to this Dallas and Philadelphia game. Jimmy, Cowboys playing pretty doggone well.
Really doing a nice job. They're very efficient on offense, converting 50% of their third down tries. And then on defense, they're rolling the coverage to T.O. to take him away, limiting McNabb to just throwing the ball underneath the Westbrook. 5 catches. They've got to get T.O., got to move him around a little bit, got to get him away from double coverage.
Well, Bill Parcells been pulling his hair out, as we pointed out, and Darryl Johnson talked about it in the pregame. Distancing himself from the football team, maybe this approach kind of was a different way to go, and it inspired the Dallas Cowboys, particularly on defense. But if you're going to eliminate Philadelphia, teams that have frustrated them have been the teams that have taken away the big plays.
Right.
All right, folks, let's take a look here moments ago in this Seattle New York Jets game. Take a look here. Jeremy Stevens getting the job done for on the right side of your screen. There it is, touchdown toss. Jeremy Stevens, 6-yard touchdown strike. And boy, we got ourselves a ball game here. A little closer now as the Jets hold to a 10-point lead, 24-10. Of course, the Jets trying to see if they can do it with a little bit of help, as is the case with Seattle. All right, folks, we'll step aside as the Visa halftime continues. We'll be bringing a lot more your way. And, of course, the second half of your game comes up after this.
Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Get ready for the game.
Johnny Calvo is the city's toughest ex-con.
Tweakers jumped him. He killed 3 of them with his bare hands.
Now, he's trying to start a new life by helping others with theirs.
Tell me where she is.
This January, the acclaimed producers of ER bring their unique vision to the mean streets of New York City.
Hey, man, are these the good guys?
No, they're the other bad guys.
Are there any good guys involved in this?
Just us.
Great.
Johnny Zero premieres Friday, January 14th on Fox. Welcome to Point Pleasant, the perfect place to settle down.
We have a new neighbor.
Until the day something wicked washed ashore.
Where am I? Point Pleasant?
It's starting.
Do you think it's possible for a person to be cursed?
It's such a tragedy.
There are 2 sides to every soul. Point Pleasant, series premiere Wednesday, January 19th on Fox.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
At halftime, the Cowboys leading the Eagles 7-6, and we'll return to Philadelphia for the start of the second half after a look at sights from the first half and these messages from your local Fox station.
E-A-G-L-E-S-E, go!
You're watching Fox Sports. Available in 720p, the world's finest high-definition standard with Dolby 5.1.
Is your home ready for snow? How to prevent winter weather damage. Tonight at 10.
With any other checking account, you've just made an everyday purchase. With a Wachovia free checking account, you've just earned points towards a flight to Cancun. Wachovia extra free checking with Visa Extras.
Now that special car you want is gift wrapped for you during your Lincoln Mercury dealer's wish list year-end event. Get incredible wish list values. Drive the well-equipped Lincoln LS V8 Sport with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, 0 cash due. All you do is sign and drive, and drive. Now lease the Lincoln LS V8 Sport with a no-charge moonroof for just $399 a month. The wish list special values are only here for the holidays. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Hyundai's done it again. This time it's the hot-selling Hyundai Elantra, winner of Strategic Vision's 2004 Total Quality Award. And now the Elantra has been named winner of Strategic Vision's 2004 Total Value Award. Best-in-class value, best-in-class quality. Backed by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer for an Elantra starting at just $12,849. Hyundai, win. Get a Hyundai Elantra with up to $3,000 cash back or 0% APR.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Lexus December to Remember sales event, where you'll find the best values of the year on your favorite Lexus vehicles. We've taken care of everything. See your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
Wachovia extra free checking with free online bill pay.
I'm Roy Williams of the Dallas Cowboys. I donate my time to help kids. By giving back, I'm able to make a difference. Join the team. Give thanks. Give back.
We join the team. We volunteer.
We're a student volunteer group that organizes projects to better our town.
Visit jointheteam.com to join the NFL's volunteer drive. Pledge 60 minutes to make a difference in your community.
Getting ready for the third quarter with the Cowboys in front of the Eagles 7-6. And the one thing you can say about the Cowboys, they have not made mistakes today. Vinny Testaverde, no interceptions, no fumbles. In fact, their turnover caused by Greg Ellis allowed them to score the big touchdown.
Yeah, the two big plays in the first half, the sack fumble by Greg Ellis that they took down and got 7 points from. But let's not forget about that blocked extra point. That's the difference in the game right now. And as you so boldly prefaced, David Akers was 39 for 39 in his season this year.
Hey, 39 for 40 is pretty good in its own right. That's not what he was looking for, however. All right, let's take a look at our fantasy update right now. And you see the quarterbacks with touchdowns and Keyshawn Johnson with the catch for the Dallas touchdown. And for the latest in fantasy stats, log on to foxsports.com. The Eagles will get the ball first, and that means Donovan McNabb will go to work first. And in their play selection, no surprise in the first half. The Eagles passed on 20 of their 28 plays. Make no mistake about it, this is a throwing team.
This is a throw first, run second, maybe run third or fourth. Maybe not, maybe even down the road a little bit farther. But the big thing, I think, where you see Donovan McNabb's improvement this year is, there's been some people who've been critical in the past on his accuracy on the underneath crossing route, some of the shorter throws. He's really had a marked improvement this season, and this is not just a passing offense. This is a catch and run offense, and his ability to hit these guys in stride and allow them to make plays after the catch, a big reason for their success offensively.
Billy Cundiff will start the second half going with a kick to J.R. Reed. And the rookie from South Florida, trying to give the Eagles good field position, is tackled at the 21-yard line. Tony Siragusa, what did you find out, friend?
Well, I talked to Coach Parcells. He said his team did exactly what he wanted them to do in the first quarter, is control the ball. But in this second half, he feels he's going to have to open up the offense, take a lot more chances. He's had some mental breakdowns like we've gone over and over again, myself and Moose, about saying they've been having some, bad breakdowns up on the front line. he says he's got to go and open it up. So we'll see what happens.
Do you believe he really will in the second half?
I think he has to, especially because of the weather. Dick, it's starting to drizzle down here. The field's getting a little bit wet. So if he wants to go and open it up, he better do it quick.
Dorsey Levin's getting the first call. Greg Ellis meets him after a 2-yard pickup.
That's going to be the dilemma this second half. You know, does Bill Parcells have the confidence to open it up? You know, he's talked a lot about the people on the outside. You know, he's talked about Vinny Testaverde being the quarterback that gives them the best chance to win. But I think a lot of that is, you know, the guys that they have around them. You know, Keyshawn's a possession receiver. You saw the good catch he made for the touchdown. But, you know, they don't have a vertical threat, you know, since you know, early in the season. So, you know, it will be difficult for him to open it up, to get aggressive. And if this weather is on its way in here, if the conditions are going to deteriorate as this game moves forward, I think that makes it even more difficult to become aggressive. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Hey, what's worked so far has worked so far. I mean, he's played conservatively, and they lead by 1 point. And the Eagles have not dominated the offense. Defensive holding called against Dallas, resulting in a first down for the Eagles. And here is McNabb drilling in, and it's caught by Terrell Owens. His second catch of the day, and this one for substantial yardage. 20 yards and a first down into Dallas territory. Williams covering, and now he's slowly getting up and running, trying to run and shake it off, I guess, as he runs off the field.
Well, I tell you, Andy Reid he's got to be standing over there going, don't let this happen. You know, watch at the end of the play. Now Roy Williams is going to come in and get him down. The way he brings him down right there is his right ankle. It's that, you know, he's grabbing at his knee, but watch at the end. Watch his foot get kind of caught in the grass.
And he is really limping as he goes back to the bench. He was struggling going back to the bench, and there he is now being worked on.
You know, we talked over and over why this Eagles offense is so good. It's because they didn't have injuries. Now, all of a sudden, late in the season, this is not what they want.
What he's got to do right now, he's got to be smart. Sit down, let the trainers take a look at you, figure out what's wrong right now. Are you going in? If you're going in, get on a cart. Don't walk in. Have somebody get you on that cart. Don't take the chance of doing more damage on the way in if it's something serious.
So this is the main concern for Andy Reid. He's watching the game, but his mind is on the sideline right now. Dorsey Levin's picked up 4 yards. Brian Westbrook is back in there at 2nd down and 6 in Dallas territory. And McNabb under a huge rush, and it was Greg Ellis again. So going into the locker room is Terrell Owens, and the Philadelphia offensive line having a lot of problems with Greg Ellis. Not good for Philadelphia.
Boy, they knew that was going to be an issue, and you know, it has proved to be true. He has done a great job. You can see right there, I would not have allowed Terrell Owens to walk from the bench to the tunnel into the locker room. I bring the cart out, I put him on the cart. You can see right there, it is more serious than a lot of people thought. You got to put your pride away, and you know, nobody wants to be carted off the field, but you've got to put your best interest of the team's interest in mind.
You know, you have that adrenaline flowing also, Moose. You know, when that adrenaline flows, all of a sudden you start thinking that you can overcome something. If that injury absolutely looks a lot worse than people think.
And now the Cowboys on top of that. Terrence Newman makes an interception on the pass intended for Greg Lewis. So everything is falling down on the Philadelphia Eagles right now as Newman with the interception. And that is his 3rd of the year, giving Dallas the ball.
Want to get away? Now you can. Go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide. Purchased by January 16th.
You are now free to move about the country.
And it tastes good, too.
Good ones. So I got one. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9.
Good one, boss.
Very good, sir.
More style, more status. The redesigned Camry SE. Now that's moving you forward.
Evening, boys. Looks like you fellas are having some kind of party.
No, sir. No party at all. See, we've had reports of referees taking people's Bud Light and replacing it with Miller Lite.
Oh, that's
so wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's bad. Listen, guys, I'm going to need to see a receipt for that Bud Light.
Jerry, you got that receipt? Yeah, receipt. Yeah, I got it right. Run!
Some people will do anything to get the great taste of Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
We got zebras on the run requesting backup.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Fox NFL Sundays, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 39.
And welcome back to Philadelphia. They understand that they are now x-raying Terrell Owens, who limped off the field, tried to run a little bit, and then was helped into the locker room once he reached the tunnel. And Keyshawn Johnson making the catch, and the interception by Terrence Newman giving the Cowboys the ball. And this is what the scene looked like once they left the playing field.
And now Terrell Owens was able to make it off the field on his own power, but as soon as he got inside the tunnel, he stopped, and then he got some assistance. But that should have been a long time before that.
And McNabb's reaction on the sideline. So what a thin line and how tenuous it is during the course of a full season of football. You're dominating, and all of a sudden you got some questionable injuries. They're not questionable, but they could hurt your club to key people. Here's Julius Jones, and he's not going to get anywhere. On 2nd down and 2, will actually lose a pair, and Dhani Jones once again making the big play. Andre Gerard has returned to right guard for the Cowboys. He started the game. Matt Lair came in after he was benched, but here's Gerard again.
And the one thing that the people in Philadelphia cannot do is question the fact is why was Terrell Owens on the field at that point? Because they're down 7-6, because they don't have home field yet. There's no reason for him to be on the sideline. Football is a physical game, and sometimes things happen. Now, hopefully he's going to be okay and he'll be able to join this team, but nobody should question why he was on the field at that point.
3rd down and 3 for the Cowboys. On the 13-yard line, Testaverde out of the pocket, throws behind Witten, the intended receiver, and 4th down coming up. And Tony Siragusa is checking on the injury to Terrell Owens. So he has gone there to investigate, and we'll get a report from him as soon as we can. And there you see Vinny going to the sideline, talking about that mix-up, and Dexter Wynn going back in punt formation for Matt McBriar, who will be kicking from just about the Dallas goal line.
Good series by the Philadelphia Eagles defense, coming in with all that negative stuff that was going on, came in and forced a 3-and-out to the Cowboys.
And running up for the short kick, here is Dexter Wynn, who caught the ball in Cowboy territory, and after the 35-yard kick, Wynn returns it 14 yards, but the Eagles will start from the 36-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys here. Todd Pinkston, who was shaken up before, back on the field as Owens is in the locker room, and we'll get a report.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, Mr. Hugenacker, I insist.
Take that back for you there, Mr. Hugenacker.
Oh, no, I can manage.
Are you sure?
Hello, Mr. Hugenacker. Come back and see us real soon.
It's a pleasure having you, Mr. Hugenacker.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bogey, my man, your car is ready. Hope you had a good Mr. Hugenacker.
More style, more class. The redesigned Camry SE. Now that's moving you forward.
Okay, when we're all done, I'm calling Mom, Mom calls Glenn, Glenn calls Kim.
I'm calling him.
Glenn calls Kim.
Who's calling me?
I'm calling you.
And I'm calling him.
Exactly. Good.
Wait.
What?
We don't have cell phones.
I don't have a cell phone.
Actually, I don't have a cell phone either.
Sign up for the Family Share Plan, and the whole family can make unlimited in-calls to each other and any other Verizon Wireless customer from within the America's Choice coverage area. Plus, buy one LG VX 3200 for $19.99 and get up to 3 free.
Everyone know who they're calling?
No.
Great.
Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Now you can play all the Star Wars battles any way you want. Introducing Star Wars Battlefront, the video game. Now available. Rated teen.
Give him the first battery-powered shaving system from Gillette. It's the world's best shave. M3 Power from Gillette.
Life skills. Collect them all.
To find out how NFL youth football programs do more than just teach you to play, log on to NFLYouthFootball.com.
Fox NFL Sundays brought to you by Aspen Edge, the low-carb lager with more taste.
7-6 in favor of the Cowboys, and the Philadelphia Eagles starting in enemy territory. 28 drives, second most in the league. Brian Westbrook with the carry, getting to the 31-yard line. Weather becoming a factor here. The temperature started in the low 40s. It's now in the mid to low 30s. Expected to get down to freezing temperatures to the teens tonight. And precipitation, as we've reported, already has begun.
Yeah, Dick, there's a big, there's a nice coating of wet mist right on top of the grass right now that could come in to be a factor.
Second down and 5 from the 31-yard line, and McNabb drills it. Flag down, catch made by L.J. Smith. It would be a first down to the 21 pending the call.
Holding, 71, offense, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
That's on Jermaine Mayberry. Tony, what did you find out about Terrell Owens?
Well, right now he's still just getting x-rays. There's a host of people here in the tunnel waiting, so I'm just one of the cattle waiting to hear the news. As soon as I get it, though, Dick Stockton, I will bring it right to you.
As a good sideline reporter would, and that's what we really appreciate.
End zone analyst, please.
That's right. That's what you are, and that's what that sets you apart. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Second down and 15.
I like that title. End zone analyst.
End zone analyst.
I like that.
I'm going to patent that.
I wonder if you
don't have anybody out there use it.
I wonder if you have business cards made up like that. Ball is on the 41. McNabb on play action, going underneath, and Smith making the grab down to the 35-yard line. Still about 10 yards shy of the first down. Kalen Thornton making the tackle. You can see that precipitation or mist or whatever you want to call it on the shirt. Todd Pinkston, who went out with an ankle injury earlier, now back in there. So it's Pinkston and Freddie Mitchell as the main receivers, although the leading pass catcher today has been Brian Westbrook. Latest weather conditions. Third down and 9. McNabb stepping up on the run. Blocked. It was right in and out of the hands of Todd Pinkston. Now he'll really hear it from the crowd.
There's Roy Williams again on the hit, Moose.
Yeah, he's coming over to deliver a big hit, but again, it's a catchable pass to Todd Pinkston. You've got your big guy out. Terrell Owens is out of the lineup right now. You can't be looking around on where contact is coming from. Concentrate, make the catch. Everybody has to concentrate a little bit more when your big play threat is out of the lineup, and that was Dallas's concern. They were worried about the big play. They have done a very good job this afternoon of eliminating the big play that really hurt them that first game.
And boy, the Eagles mastered this move. Dirk Johnson's punt is down by Roderick Hood at about the 3-yard line.
What will you do now that the Toyota Tundra has more power?
Buy another snowmobile. I'm gonna rip out some stumps. I'm gonna get my tools back from my neighbor.
With an enhanced 282 horsepower iForce V8, you can do more. Tundra Double Cab. Now that's moving you forward.
Don't miss another moment. Go to Cialis.com and find out what the Cialis Promise Program can mean for you. It's an offer you won't want to miss. Are you ready?
To prove Aspen Edge has more taste than Michelob Ultra, we asked beer drinkers for their thoughts. Okay, guys, take a small sip and... sir, you want to bring that glass back, sir?
Beer drinkers agree. Aspen Edge has more taste than Michelob Ultra.
Hungry? Then call Papa John's for dinner.
Dinner?
Now get Papa's Fortunate Deal. A large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings for just $13.99. And get a Lemony Snicket CD-ROM with computer games, behind-the-scenes footage, and more. A large Papa John's pizza and a Lemony Snicket CD-ROM, just $13.99.
Dinner is served.
See Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, starring Jim Carrey, opening December 17th.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Fox tonight, The Simpsons holiday will scare the dickens out of you.
Enough by Al. No! Enough by all. No!
Then, the key to great comedy is a well-placed banana peel.
I'm stuck. They're laughing with me.
An all-new Arrested Development. After The Simpsons at 8/7 Central, tonight on Fox.
You can't make the catch if you lose your focus. Todd Pinkston is going to sneak a peek on this route. Watch him right here. He's looking up. He's looking for the defender. He takes his eyes off the quarterback and the ball. Hard to get back and adjust. You're going to take the hit anyways. Make the catch.
From the 3-yard line, play action, and the pass intended for the fullback, Darian Barnes. And Vinny Testaverde was rushed to the back of the end zone on that last play, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Hugh Douglas had a nice rush on that and really got in his face. Vinny really didn't have time to see the receiver.
There's Hugh Douglas down at the bottom. Beats Flozell Adams to the inside. I guess Flozell thinks he's got help because there's not a whole lot of effort. Again, there's another one where there's just a miscommunication between those 5 guys up front.
3 wide outs for the Cowboys on 2nd and 10. Testaverde floats it out there, and it's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. Another super catch, the first for a touchdown. Gets him to the 31-yard line, a gain of 27 with Shepard on the coverage.
More impressive than the catch is the presence of where you are on the field and getting your feet down. Up, tap, out. Good job by Keyshawn.
26, defense. That penalties decline. Results of the play, first down.
You see right over the top, makes the catch, taps the feet, both down. Keyshawn Johnson, he's numbered in top 10 in yards per catch this year. I mean, he's averaging over 15 a catch. He's had a couple big ones again today.
And he had a big one against the Dallas Cowboys, against the Seattle Seahawks, in one where the league said, well, maybe he wasn't in the back of the end zone, but it went for a big victory for the Cowboys. Lito Shepard guilty of a foul. It was declined, and a first down for Dallas. And here is Testaverde, takes the safe swing pass to Julius Jones, who will get the first down, and knocked by Jeremiah Trotter out of bounds. Let's go down to the Goose.
Guys, we just got to report the x-rays are negative on Terrell Owens. There's no fractures. It's a ankle sprain, and right now he's back there getting retaped. They said that he's going to try and come back out. I find that highly unlikely, but anything could happen. Good
news for the Eagles. That's all it is, and it could have been a lot worse for Terrell Owens.
Now, unfortunately, the way it got tucked, it's going to be classified as one of those high ankle sprains, and those are very, very difficult. Much different than if you roll your ankle to the outside. When it gets tucked and goes flat, it's a much more difficult injury to come back from. So, fortunately, no breaks, but we'll see what the prognosis is.
I don't think it would be smart if he was to come back out here and play him loose. I mean, everybody knows that they're trying to supply here, but I don't think that they want Terrell Owens at 80% the rest of the season. Rest him and get him back to 100%, even if he has to sit out next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Eagles need to win one game to wrap up home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. And, of course, with Atlanta winning last night, they had to get that win. It doesn't have to be today. It could be at St. Louis next week or the season finale against the Cincinnati Bengals. 2nd down and 10 after Julius Jones is stopped for no gain. And here's pressure up the middle, and the quick pass was nearly intercepted. Witten was the intended receiver. Keith Adams knocked it away, and it was Michael Lewis who almost wound up with the ball in his hand.
The Philadelphia Eagles bringing a bunch of pressure up onto the inside. Dallas does a good job of picking it up. They turn the outside guys free. They try and get it to Jason Witten right there. Keith Adams and Michael Lewis there to deliver the hit. He might have sneaked a little peek, too.
Remember, Vinny Testaverde has had a string of intercepted games. Right now, he's had a flawless game for him. It'll be 3rd down and 10, and the crowd in full throat from the 45-yard line. And Testaverde goes down. And it's Ike Reese. A loss of 7 and the 3rd sack for the Eagles today. 45 on the year, leading the NFL.
This is a good job. There's Richie Anderson going. Now, he's going to come in and pick up the blitzer, but watch. The other guy watches what it's a double blitz. They're bringing the overload to that side. Richie Anderson has got to realize that there's two guys coming. You got to take the first guy to get there. He was in between a rock and a hard place on that blitz. Good job by Jim Johnson, the defensive coordinator of the Eagles.
Matt McBriar punting, and here's Dexter Wynn. And Wynn is brought down at the 32-yard line after a 42-yard punt. 7:44 on the clock in the third quarter. Still a 1-point Cowboy lead.
Hi, Bud Light. It's Susan. Hi. I just think it's time we cleared some stuff up between us. You said you were fresh, but it turns out that all beers brewed in America are fresh. You also said to choose on taste. Well, I took a taste test and said Miller Lite had more taste than Bud Light.
It's just like talking to a brick wall.
Hi, it's Charlie.
Miller. Good call.
That's not Santa. That's 50 million jolly customers who know their financial stockings are stuffed. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money.
This holiday season, for the first time ever on DVD, all the excitement and epic fun of the Star Wars trilogy.
We're on our way.
Is now the perfect gift to share.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Bring the Force to your family's DVD collection this holiday.
What will you do now that the Toyota Tundra has more power?
I'm gonna get a bigger trailer. Build a new edition. I'm gonna buy me a boat.
With an enhanced 282 horsepower I-Force V8, you can do more. Tundra Double Cab. Now that's moving you forward.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by new M3 Power from Gillette. Feel the power of the world's best shave. By Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. By Cialis, Cialis is here. Ask your doctor if a free sample of Cialis is right for you. And by Toyota, choose any direction as long as it's moving forward.
Far cry from the first meeting 5 weeks ago when the Eagles won 49-21. They had a touchdown in 6 of the first 9 possessions, a stretch of 5 in a row. Totally different game. 7-6 Cowboys lead. First down on the 32. And McNabb with the pass, and open is Chad Lewis. Gets to midfield. Now it's time for a game break, so let's check in with James Brown.
Hey, Dick, Chad Pennington, I don't know what in the world they've been talking about. His shoulder looks fine here. Hooking up with Santana Moss, a 7-yard strike. Santana Moss' second touchdown reception of the day. Hey, Dick, he had 2 all season coming into today. 30-14, PAT was no good. Back to Dick Stockton.
Yeah, JB, I know exactly how many touchdown passes he had all season before today. He used to be on my fantasy team.
Dumped him, huh?
Well,
dumped him, all right.
Did you know that the Seattle game was the coming out game?
I forget that
Moss?
everybody emerges when they play Seattle's defense.
Westbrook is out wide, but the pass is thrown in the interior to L.J. Smith, who gets 5 yards as the Eagles again moving into Dallas territory. You can see the precipitation as the weather is deteriorating in the Delaware Valley.
That's rain, you mean? The precipitation's too advanced.
Well, you know, it could be a mixture.
Some of my friends are listening. They don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
It's rain.
At Pitt, they didn't mention precipitation to you at all, huh?
Nah, they didn't know what that.
I thought it was sweat.
Second down and 5. And here's Westbrook trying to go outside. He does. First down. Brian Westbrook. Terrific bit of running for him as Westbrook picks up 12 yards on the play, has 53 in the game.
Watch Lynn Scott. He comes up. He's going to be on the outside, kind of unblocked. There goes that gear that Brian Westbrook has. That should be... I hear you, Coach.
Come on.
How can you... I mean, you're unblocked at the end of the line of scrimmage, and here he comes around the side, and he gets into that other gear, beats you to the corner, and then gets north and south for about 10 more yards.
Does a lot of the things Marshall Faulk did when he was in his heyday. And Westbrook much smaller. And down he goes. Marcellus Wiley making the play, and a loss of a couple. Interesting game here because looming over all of this, besides the incoming weather, is the loss of Terrell Owens, whose x-rays on his injured ankle proved to be negative. He has an ankle sprain. There you see the Eagles used to big plays. But today, they've been limited to only 6 points. This is an explosive offense, but they haven't exploded to this point. 2nd and 13 on the Cowboys 36. Westbrook gets a couple, and that will bring up 3rd down and long, with Greg Ellis making the play on the run.
That was an interesting game of cat and mouse at the line of scrimmage. We saw it earlier in the game when Donovan McNabb comes up. He changes the play at the line of scrimmage, and it seems like it's Greg Ellis, the guy who's trying to signal things back to the defense. But we didn't get an opportunity to see, what the play was the first time because there was a penalty. But he brought everybody over to the defense's left side, and Philadelphia was running to the defensive right side. So they're going to have to keep an eye on that. They don't want to signal themselves out of position.
And it is the cat and mouse kind of game. And the timeout called by the Eagles. So they used the first. And they may have to save a couple here in the second half.
Hey, man, grab me one.
McNabb to Owens. Caught. He's at the 20. The 10. Touchdown. Oh, there's a flag on the play. And this one's coming back.
Make this the wildest NFL playoffs ever with a new bolder taste of Wild Cherry Pepsi.
Never mind.
It's the Cherry Cola, also available in diet.
Ready to make the move to Levitra for a strong, lasting experience? Ask your doctor if Levitra's right for you. Levitra is what many men with ED count on for a strong, lasting erection, for that quality sexual experience. Strong and lasting when he wants it. It's what Levitra's all about.
Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains or alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, and stuffy or runny nose. In the rare case an erection lasts for more than 4 hours, seek immediate medical attention.
Strong, lasting, experience Levitra for yourself. If you're on another ED treatment, maybe it's time to try Levitra. Ask your doctor about a free sample.
And this is the scene in Philadelphia.
Peace on earth. All right. A Harley? All right.
What's better than to see Santa on Christmas week? Tell you what, they don't all have to be kids, and Santa doing his traditional thing. And there's the pass, and it's picked off by Roy Williams. And Williams returning it for the Cowboys.
Look out.
Going up the middle and finally tripped up as he gets into Eagle territory. Brian Westbrook was the intended receiver, and Williams picks it off, and that is the 3rd turnover committed by the Eagles today.
This is when Roy Williams is at his strength. He's on the outside. Look at the adjustment there. It is so much easier for him when he's up in the mix and he's making adjustments instead of being back and moving forward and trying to make those same adjustments. Now watch the run afterwards. He does a great job of getting it back into Philadelphia territory.
When it comes to shipping, talk is cheap. Mistakes aren't. Ron's got the horsepower. They've got the planes, the technology. Truth is, I don't care how they do it. I just care that my packages get there on time. Hey, all I ask for is perfection. Other than that, I'm pretty easy.
UPS delivers more packages on time than anyone. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
nothing but blue skies do I see.
Today's great companies are adapting to change, using highly scalable HP Blade System servers powered by reliable Intel Xeon processors.
Cowboys rolling the dice, coming with a lot of blitzers on this play. This last guy up here at the top is Roy Williams. There's another guy here. This is the gentleman that's going to come free. This is Marcellus Wiley on the blitz, but what that does, it leaves Roy Williams in space with Brian Westbrook, but Marcellus Wiley gets the pressure into Donovan McNabb's face. He throws an ill-advised pass right there. If he maybe could have gotten that one up a little higher and allowed Brian Westbrook to run into it, but that is one of those plays that you got to pull down. Don't try and force something and make a mistake.
And they have been able to pressure McNabb, and Wiley, who has been kind of remiss. He's been missing in action as far as a quarterback rusher, but got the job done. And the pass, not a good one from Testaverde, low to Richie Anderson. Roy Williams, by the way, who had his first interception of the year last week against New Orleans, now has 2 in 2 weeks. And the 3 turnovers, first time this year for the Eagles that they've coughed it up 3 times.
Yeah, they are a team that is very good at securing the ball, whether it's running backs and receivers when they've got it in their hands. Donovan's made some very good decisions this year. They don't give the opposition many opportunities through turnovers, but the last 2 weeks they've gotten a little careless, a little sloppy with the ball.
From the 46 of the Eagles on the rollout, the pass caught by Keyshawn Johnson, and he'll be about 3.5 yards shy of the first down. Lito Shepherd again on the coverage. He got 7 that time. The offensive leaders across the top of your screen in this game. Hasn't been much offense, which is a surprise because Philadelphia coming in with a lot of weapons. And I'm going to go on a big limb right now, Darryl, and say that this is the best Cowboy defensive play of the season to this point.
Yeah, that's a real thick limb. That's extremely thick. You're not out there on those like flexible branches.
I'm taking a chance on this now.
Are you sure you're not on the trunk?
3rd down and 3. Testaverde slipped for the moment, and he's going for Keyshawn. And the ball's intercepted on the deflection. Sheldon Brown. And the Eagles get a break. Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown, both cornerbacks, were back there. There's a flag on the play.
Holding, 80, offense. That penalty's declined. Play results in an interception. First down, Philadelphia.
It was tipped by Shepherd into the hands of Brown. The penalty on Ryan declined.
The reason the Philadelphia Eagles get so many turnovers is they have so many people around the ball. You see the play right there on the ball by Lito Shepherd, but here comes Sheldon Brown across to help out. It's unbelievable. And again, this defense on the sudden change, when you have a turnover and you've got to get on the field, you're not expecting to be on the field in that situation. It's a sudden change. You're out there. Somehow they come together immediately. Teams do not have success against this Eagles defense after a turnover. They generate another turnover right back from the Dallas Cowboys.
Second pick by Brown this year, and the 11th interception thrown by Testaverde in the last 7 games against Dallas. And here's Westbrook on the screen. Here's Westbrook. Close to midfield, and maybe that interception by Brown was the spark that the Eagles needed. A 20-yard play from McNabb to Westbrook.
You've got to pursue the ball. Leonardo Carson does a good job of seeing what this is going to be. A screen pass, he gets disengaged, but he kind of stutters and stops. Just keep going. Let me tell you what. Brian Westbrook can shake a linebacker in space. He can shake a safety in space. He's not going to have any problem shaking a defensive tackle in space. Leonardo, just come down the line as fast as you can and take a shot at knocking him down.
And here is Westbrook, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 1.5 yards. Quickly, let's go down to Tony.
We just got to report that even though Terrell Owens wants to come back, he will not. He shut it down. He's out for the game.
And you said that, that's what you would do. And of course, Moose, you agreed with him, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, the first thing you're going to do, you start working on that swelling. That's going to be a big sprain. Get him in some ice, and you do the contrast with the hot water, the ice water. You go back and forth. Start controlling that swelling right down. Minimize the delay, the time that he's going to be out of your lineup by getting aggressive in your treatments right now.
Because when you have an ankle injury, the biggest thing you want to do is control the swelling, and I think that's what they're going to be attacking right now during the game.
Dorsey Levens attacking the right side of the Cowboy defensive line. Dexter Coakley, first time we mentioned his name today, after a game of a couple.
And it was a catch and run. There's Roy Williams coming in. You see right there, when you get pulled down from behind like that, the ankle gets caught in the ground. Watch at the end. Watch how it gets tucked. Like your toes get caught behind it and it gets all rolled around and stuff. Very fortunate that there's not a fracture in there, but what it does, it's not like the typical ankle sprain where you step on something and you roll your ankle to the outside or roll it to the inside. When it gets caught back behind like that in that awkward position, much more difficult to come back from that.
And the sprained ankle, x-rays were negative. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. McNabb can pick and choose right now, and he's going to choose to go deep. He has a receiver down there, and it's knocked away. It hung for Greg Lewis, and it gave Roy Williams time to get there and knock it away. But it looked like Lewis had beaten the defenders by several yards.
Well, we saw in the first half, Chad Lewis got into the back of the corner of the end zone. They got some pressure on Donovan, and Dat Win was unable to locate the ball and make a play. Roy Williams knows he's in trouble right now, but look at as he gets close to Greg Lewis, he looks back to pick up the flight of the ball. On the touchdown to Chad Lewis, Dat Win didn't get a chance to get his head around to pick up the flight of the ball.
Dirk Johnson punting on 4th down, and Lance Frazier is going to let it bounce, and this time it goes into the end zone. So it'll be the touchback, and the Cowboys will get it out on the 20-yard line. Gives us a chance to remind you that coming this February, NASCAR on Fox returns with the biggest event in all of racing, the Daytona 500. The world's best drivers go bumper to bumper, kicking off 15 weeks of NASCAR coverage. It's the 47th running of the Daytona 500 this February in high definition, only on Fox. Under a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter, and we have had a scoreless 3rd quarter with the Cowboys leading the Eagles 7-6. Cowboys coming in 5-8, members of a big 5-8 club right now in the NFC. Eagles 12-1, the best record, and a chance to nail down home field advantage throughout the playoffs if they win. First down pass to Keyshawn Johnson, and they'll mark it close to the first down. And Johnson may even have it with 49 seconds on the clock. This is what it's doing in Philadelphia. We started pretty mild today with temperatures in the mid-40s. Temperature has plummeted. Tony, that means it's dropped down fast.
Thank you.
And we have rain.
And these conditions are just going to continue to break down. But Dallas has just weathered the storm. Philadelphia's 2nd and 3rd quarters. You see right there the point differential.
And Julius Jones goes nowhere and will lose a few. And that was Sam Rayburn and Paul Grass-Mattis coming off the bench for the Eagles, and a loss on the play of 3.
And today the Dallas Cowboys in that 2nd and 3rd quarter actually 7-6 favorite. But there again, Sam Rayburn, boy, what a nice year he has had. A guy that as the season starts off, you're not sure what the production's going to be, but with some injuries, he's got more time out there, and he's proven to be very effective playing the inside tackle position.
And that will take care of things in the 3rd quarter. That is the end of the 3rd with the score. Cowboys 7 and the Eagles 6. And Fox NFL Sunday continues after a word from your local Fox station.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Snow's on the way. For your weather, traffic, and school info, good day at 5 a.m. on Fox 29.
The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. With Quadra-Drive 2, our most advanced four-wheel drive system ever, a 5.7-liter Hemi V8, and our new electronic stability program. The off-road legend continues on-road.
Now you can lease the 05 Jeep Cherokee for only $299 a month with only $19.99 due at signing. See your Jeep dealer for details. Official SUV of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wrapping?
Now you look at me and you think I'm pretty dapper, but here I am, your holiday gift wrapper. My name is Gus and I'm here to entertain you. I'm the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. You got your list and you've listed all your names. Just at Pennsylvania Lottery, fun new instant games. 6 games in all, and they come in different sizes, but they all have ka-ching. Big cash prize. All the games you'll be playing, the things you'll be matching. For holiday joy, just keep on scratching.
Electronic four-wheel drive. Vehicle stability assist with traction control. And an available navigation system with off-road tracking. The 265 horsepower Acura MDX. Its heart's in the right place, even if you're not.
But the Philadelphia Eagles have all they can handle as we start the fourth quarter. Dick Stockton, Darryl Johnston, and Tony Siragusa. 7-6, the Cowboys in front. Second down and 12. Julius Jones, the running back, and it's Witten out of the tight end position for the first down of the 45-yard line. And this is a stunner, really, at this point, because the Cowboys came in down, and the Eagles knew they needed just a win.
Yeah, they really were. Jason Witten, he's your tight end, engages a little bit with Javon Curse, a late release right there back into the vacated part of the field. But that's just a nice play because as a guy who's on the line of scrimmage, you're going to be focused on Jason Witten. But when he engages Javon Curse, and he's very patient with that, he stays, he doesn't leave him right away. All of a sudden, they're like, okay, he's not going out on this play. You get lost in the shuffle.
First down on the 46, pressure up the middle, and here's Julius Jones, breaks a couple of tackles, and Jones holding onto the football as the Eagles try to strip it away. Gets 13 and a first down. Lewis on the stop.
This is a good job of running because here comes Jeremiah Trotter. This is his strength. Just send me up into that center guard area and let me blow something up. But watch the footwork of Julius Jones. Darian Barnes, a good job on the lead block on Mark Simino, but he's able to kind of move to the outside. I think that is his biggest strength. He's not at full speed when he gets the ball, but he's kind of like a spring that's ready to just fire. And as soon as he sees where the play should go, using his vision, he's really explosive on that first step once he makes his decision.
How about 70 yards on 22 carries? And here comes pressure from the outside. The handoff to Jones, and the flag is down. And we'll see whether the flag will be on the Eagles, unabated to the quarterback, and it will be on Philadelphia. Early here in the fourth quarter, and this crowd is stunned on many counts.
Offside, 97, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Darwin Walker, so it is still first down, but 1st and 5. Bill Parcells said he had a plan, and Andy Reid said, look, I'm not worried about rhythm or worried about people being healthy. We'll keep playing. But I don't know about the health department with some of them.
Yeah, they've got to be concerned with him. Obviously, one of the worst case scenarios, having Terrell Owens go down, not knowing what his prognosis is going to be. But Bill Parcells in the plan. You can have a plan coming in, but it's a whole nother thing to execute it. And Dallas has not been able to execute their game plans as of late. So doing a very good job this afternoon.
1st and 5 from the Eagle 35. Testaverde is going deep for Keyshawn again. Double coverage. And this time Keyshawn, who has done some acrobatic things, could not hold on. Brown and Shepard on the coverage.
On this play, you've got two guys going deep down the field. You're going to have Keyshawn that's going into the field and then out. Then you see 82 Jason Witten. Now he's your intermediate route runner there. But because of the pressure that Philly brings, you lose your check down guys. So Vinny's only option is to go all the way down the field, take a shot at Keyshawn Johnson. The good thing is he gets it out far enough. There's not an opportunity for an Eagle defender to make a play on the ball. And he's had some critical interceptions over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Meanwhile, Keyshawn, 5 catches, 61 yards, including a touchdown. And movement by the Cowboys.
Prior to the snap, false start, 82. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
5 yards against the Cowboys, and this is a club that really hit with penalties. 11 for 76 last week against New Orleans. We mentioned the defensive penalties that really produced first downs when you thought they were going to kick it away. This will set the ball back to the 40.
Now that was their problem last week. A lot of those defensive penalties coming in third down situations to extend drives. One of them on a 3rd and 31.
Amazing.
I mean, that's something that you tell the guys in the huddle. Hey, watch it, guys. No legal contact, no holding. It's 3rd and 31. Their chances aren't very good at converting this.
Showing blitz, Trotter at the line, and again they move again. So right now the Eagle line is flinching against Jim Johnson's blitz packages.
Prior to the snap, false start, 65, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And I meant the Cowboys line, and it was Andre Gerard. So 10 yards, penalties in the last 2 plays.
You would think it was from the crowd noise, guys, but it's not that loud down here on the field. You would think that he couldn't get the signal from Vinny, but that's not the case.
Now, we've seen Jeremiah Trotter come up and hit that guard center gap a number of times in the scheme that Jim Johnson has designed. And in that situation, Andre Gerard he's anticipating that, and he jumps the count.
And on the draw play, Julius Jones gets a good deal of that real estate back, getting 9 before Jeremiah Trotter brings him down. Early here in the 4th quarter, Julius Jones has gained 80 yards on 23 carries. Jones last week gained 88 yards and scored a touchdown, but in the previous 2 games, he had 5 touchdowns, nearly 350 yards, and what a boon he's been to the Cowboys since he got healthy. On 3rd and 6. Going for Dedrick Ward, and well covered by Roderick Hood. So it is 4th down for the Cowboys, and they send the punting unit in.
Jim Johnson dialing up a big pressure in that situation. You got to avoid the third and longs against this Philadelphia Eagles defense, and they had gotten to 2nd and 5 on that penalty, but then consecutive penalties by the Cowboys put it all the way back to 2nd and 15. You're playing into the strengths of the Eagles when you get into those types of situations.
Matt McBriar kicking from midfield. Dexter Wynn letting it go, and it'll be a touchback. And the Eagles will bring it out from the 20-yard line. The only difference in this game, a missed extra point by David Akers.
Can inspiration replace the typical small car with something that lives a little larger? More space. More function. More sizzle. America's best small car alternative just got a little better. The Chrysler PT Cruiser. Now starting at just $13,995. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Cold hard fact. The higher the elevation, the lower the temperature. That's why every single Coors Light is born right here in the Rockies. And when beer starts out this cold, it ends up this refreshing. Coors Light. Our goal, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
So you tell me there's some snake orgy out in the jungle?
Coming to DVD.
Get out!
Anacondas.
I'm not going in the jungle.
Hang on! With gigantic bonus features. Anacondas. Own it December 21st.
Honey, wake up. It's Christmas. Time for presents. Come on, sleepyheads. Let's go. Presents! Yeah!
This holiday, show her how excited you are about her. With a beautiful gift of gold from Kay Jewelers. Because gold is the one language everyone understands. And you can be assured that she'll get the message.
Wow. Wow. Every kiss begins with K.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. By Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Get ready for the game. By Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities, get yours. And by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
Here's a play that goes unnoticed on the outside. Watch what Roderick Hood does to Terrence Copper. You take the guy off his feet. That's the other part of your job. If he doesn't do anything, if he just kind of does a token little bump right there, Terrence Copper has the opportunity to down that ball inside the 2-yard line. Finish the play. Good job, Roderick Hood.
Eagles from the 20, 1st down, slant to Josh Parry, the fullback. Remember, Parry is playing in place of the injured John Ritchie, who was injured in week 3. No one talks about that. And Dallas, of course, having to face here, Darryl, the fact that they are minus 61 in 4th quarter point differential.
Well, we saw the graphic that they had weathered the storm of the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2nd and 3rd when they had a big point differential in a positive manner. Now they've got to fight their own demons in the 4th quarter and try and change that stat.
2nd down and 1. Dorsey Levens is lined up behind Parry, the fullback, and he gets the call and the 1st down. Let's take a look at the Eagles' last 6 possessions, and it kind of runs a pattern here.
Yeah, you either got punts or turnovers, and that is very, very uncharacteristic. You mentioned the first time these guys played, in 6 possessions, they had 5 touchdowns. So that's a whole different ball of wax this time around.
And it's amazing that you can look at all the numbers in the previous games. Means nothing when you're playing on this particular day.
Means absolutely nothing. We've seen that week after week in the NFL.
Forget about form. Doesn't exist. First down at the 31 for McNabb, and his pass to Westbrook on the slam. First down. Nobody near. Brian Westbrook picks up 13.
Yeah, unbelievable that you could sneak Brian Westbrook out wide and not really have anybody on him. It's just such a different thing. It's Lance Frazier again. That's the guy they wanted to go off. You can see the respect he has for him. That's your running back who split out wide. Lance Frazier, 6-7 yards off. It's very easy to just come up and hit Brian Westbrook on that little slant.
And very close to 100 yards total and 112. He's done it again for the 6th straight week as he stumbles. And you wonder about how the rain is affecting the footing right now as he is held to 3 yards.
Well, it could get worse, but Brian Westbrook, he's a running back, but in the receiving game, he is such a dangerous threat because you can get him anywhere in the formation, and not only is he effective out there, but he's starting to learn the little things, the subtleties that go along with playing in the slot, playing out wide, the different places that they can put him. He knows now the little nuances of running the routes that come out of those positions.
6 weeks in a row, 9 times this season, 100 yards rushing and receiving. And
too much time.
First choice isn't open and throwing it away. You got
He was in the pocket.
Yep, that's right.
Come on, guys.
And that's exactly what Bill Parcells is appealing out there. No different than what Vinny Testaverde did in the first half.
There it is.
What's good for the Goose? Right, Goose?
It's good for the McNabber.
Yeah, exactly.
Intentional grounding. Number 5, offense. We'll place the ball at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 3rd down.
You know, Dallas is rushing 4 linemen, and they just aren't getting anything done. The offensive lineman of the Eagles is just really controlling them on the line of scrimmage, almost to the point where they think the play should have been almost done, and they sort of stop in their tracks and they don't keep going. You got to have a motor and keep going on a play like that.
Yeah, you see the 4 guys that Tony's talking about right there. They're not getting the pressure on Donovan McNabb. But you know, Tony, I don't know if I want to bring some pressure. They've done a good job of doing it occasionally, but they're doing a much better job covering the receivers downfield by dropping the other 7 guys and trying to clog those throwing lanes.
I absolutely agree, Moose, but up front, you got to run something, whether a game, a tackle upfield, end around, do some movement up front. It looks like they're just standing there, and they're getting 2 blockers on almost every guy.
I got you. I see what you're saying now.
3rd down and 18 on the 36-yard line. They got to get to the 46. And there goes the sack, and a flag is down again as McNabb is dumped by Dat Wynn, the middle linebacker. Normally doesn't get a lot of sacks, but there's also a penalty. And the Eagle offense coming
Holding,
off the field.
72, offense. That penalties decline. 4th down.
Here's all your guys. There's your blitzers. They're walked up right along the line, and sometimes they'll bail, sometimes they won't. Dat Wynn is the guy that kind of comes free. Brian Westbrook could have got called on a holding too. He jumped down in there, noticed that Dat Wynn was about ready to break free, but you know, Tony, they're doing a good job mixing that stuff.
Yeah, that was a nice job of mixing it up.
Dirk Johnson on the punt. Lance Frazier fielding the kick and on his feet, and here's Frazier getting to midfield. And right now this momentum favors the Dallas Cowboys, coming in at 5-8 with Vinny T with a touchdown pass, Keyshawn with a TD catch.
Did you see this Visa National Treasure promotion? If you win, all of your 2004 Visa purchases could be free. Too bad you didn't buy that much.
Those treasures you've been hiding all year?
Honey, what do you want to do about dinner?
Could be treasure. Use your Visa in November and December this holiday season, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win all of your 2004 Visa purchases. No purchase necessary to enter.
Is that new?
This old thing? And if you want to find more treasure with your Visa, use it to see National Treasure, now in theaters.
Hey, kids, ready for your big moment? Yeah! Moms and dads with Sprint PCS Vision picture phones. It's easy to show Grandma the lovely holiday...
Goose! I'm a goose!
I knew that. Check it out.
Hurry into Sprint stores now for our best phones at our best ever prices.
you'll find a huge selection, including this free picture phone.
It's easy. Say cheese.
Honk.
Close enough.
Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
It's the fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell, loaded with authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
Can inspiration make the SUV safer? It can, with 5-star government crash test ratings, available side curtain airbags for all 3 rows, ABS, and available all-wheel drive. The best rating of any SUV tested for rollover resistance. Chrysler Pacifica. We didn't just make an SUV, we made a safety utility vehicle. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Well, all day long we've been showing Santa and the kids on his lap. What do you want for Christmas? And there is Santa walking away with a little youngster, having a little Christmas walk. And what a great holiday spirit this is. And we have focused on Santa Claus and the youngsters and their love for Santa throughout this game. And the beginning of Christmas week, there the Santas protecting their Santa hats with some headgear. Some have the eagle colors. Holiday spirit. And all of us, of course, wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday as the Cowboys will have a first down at midfield with the score 7-6 in favor of Dallas, trying to upset the apple cart, prevent the Eagles from wrapping up home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. On first down, the handoff is to Julius Jones. All right, and the flag is down. Penalty marker is down, and it will be against Dallas is the initial signal.
We have fouls on both teams. Offside, 95 defense. Holding, 62 offense. Those penalties offset. Replay first
So
down.
it'll still be first down. And Tony, you know, it's interesting. We're having a good conversation today, but we haven't seen much of you. We've been in Philadelphia since Friday, and where have you been?
It's been a busy time of the year for me. You know, I have a lot of things going on and just running around a little bit, Dick. You know, it's just it's busy. It's busy time.
All the time, wasn't it?
It looks like a familiar walk away.
Yeah, I think Tony spent a lot of time with those kids on Christmas week. Is he a perfect Santa or what?
Yeah.
First down, and Julius Jones.
You're not saying that because of my belly, are you?
No, no, no. You just
right.
you're
jolly. I'm jolly.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you.
So this is what it was. Let's bring back Tony for an encore.
Okay, I got a nice one. We just made a bunch about this big.
Really?
Yeah, would you like
Yellow.
Yellow one? Okay.
And we want to thank the Ritz-Carlton Hotel for allowing our Tony to dress up as Santa and be in their lobby. A festive lobby it was this weekend.
And they did a nice job of keeping Santa warm with hot chocolate also.
A lot of hot chocolate.
A lot of hot chocolate.
Never ran out of it. Second down and 9 at the 49-yard line, and play action this time. Penalty flags all over the place. And Testaverde throws it over the head of Jones out of bounds.
They're throwing gloves even.
Offside, 97 defense. Wow. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
It's Darwin Walker, and now the Eagles are playing sloppy. And, you know, they were a little sloppy against the Redskins last week. They've continued it today.
And Darwin Walker, he's your guy right down on the inside. He knows where the ball is. Everybody wants to take as much as you can. But that's his second neutral zone infraction. He's also got an offsides penalty, and he's right down there in the mix.
This is becoming a frustrating game for the Eagles. A lot of people wondering about what happened in beating the Redskins by only 3 last week, because you can play poorly and win, and that's a plus for you. But now they're at home against a team they crushed, and they're struggling. And Dallas has played better. Here's the pass to Witten for the first down inside the 35. And for a game break, let's again check in with James Brown.
Hey, Dick, as you well know, the Jets didn't score a touchdown in last week's loss to Pittsburgh, but take a look. Chad Pennington throwing his 3rd of the day back to Justin McCarron's. They are getting it done 37-14. And Hey, Dick, tell Tony I did audition for that Santa's job, but hats off to him for getting the job.
All right, he just edged you out, JB. Not by much, just a little bit. Maybe next year you're the guy.
It's all yours next year, JB.
First down at the 34, Julius Jones. And that's going to chew up some more time. A loss of 1, bringing up second down and 11. Boy, Seattle's really had problems stopping people all year, Moose.
They really have. They have struggled. I was very impressed with their win last week against Minnesota, coming back after another fourth quarter meltdown to the Cowboys. But does anybody want the NFC West? Does anybody want to win that division?
Well, we'll hear from the Rams. They've got an opportunity at Arizona later on today, and if they win, they're tied for first, and by virtue of tiebreakers would actually have the edge.
You think Denny Green wonders whether he should have gone with his quarterback change sitting at 4 and 5 way back there a few weeks ago and starting to play some quarterback roulette? I think he'd have been right in the hunt out there in the NFC West if he'd have stayed with Josh McCown.
And a timeout called by the Cowboys with under 7 minutes remaining. First timeout called by Dallas.
This holiday, discover the magic at Radio Shack and find red-hot wireless deals during our sizzling weekend sale. Give this Samsung A650 color screen phone from Verizon Wireless for free with new 2-year agreement. And this Motorola V60s flip phone from Verizon Wireless is also free with new 2-year agreement. Just 2 of the great wireless gifts that'll have everyone talking, right in your neighborhood.
Only at Radio Shack.
I'd like every single picture of little Jeannie to just disappear completely. Her first step, her first tooth, first bite of real food. You remember that? Peas. It was peas. And corn.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus. That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
Jeannie who?
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Once a year, you get to turn an unknown into a superstar. American Idol returns Tuesday, January 18th on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time.
Back here in Philadelphia, the Dallas Cowboys lead the Philadelphia Eagles 7-6, trying to break a 5-game losing streak against the Eagles here on the Eagles' home turf. Philadelphia's won 8 out of the last 9. They've dominated the Cowboys, but different story so far today. Second down and 11. And the pass off the hands of Jason Witten. And the story of this game and the difference of this game was a missed extra point after first touchdown of the game and the block by Greg Ellis.
Yeah, Greg Ellis, we've talked about him a number of times today, but there's a guy, you don't take those plays for granted. I mean, it's something small, something I think a lot of us consider to be automatic, but right now, that is the difference in this game. Greg Ellis giving great effort on a play that a lot of guys kind of take off at times. That's the kind of guy that Greg Ellis is. You're going to get everything he's got on every snap.
And he stripped the ball from McNabb, and the Cowboys scored a touchdown as a result of that turnover. Now they complete one to Jason Witten, a busy man today, for 7 yards. McNabb hit Chad Lewis to give the Eagles the lead in the second quarter, and then the extra point blocked by Ellis. And then following Ellis's turnover where he knocked the ball away from McNabb, Vinny Testaverde hit Keyshawn Johnson with a 7-yard score, and that has been the story. The field position and the time of possession is kind of equalized out. Billy Cundiff will attempt a 46-yarder with Matt McBriar holding.
And you saw how loose that grass was, where that footing's going to be. Bad snap.
Nope. No good.
Off to the right. Pushed it. And the score remains 7-6. Let's see whether this inspires the Eagles. with 6:03 remaining.
Can inspiration replace the typical small car with something that lives a little larger? More space. More function. More sizzle. America's best small car alternative just got a little better. The Chrysler PT Cruiser. Now starting at just $13,995. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Say it with me, say it with me. Here we go. Let's go, insurers and adjusters. Let's go.
Grill.
Let's go, insurers and adjusters. Let's
$80.
Go. Cut that meat.
Sandwich.
Cut that meat.
$6.
Cut that meat.
Gas.
And it's full.
$20.
You're my favorite accountant. Tommy, please. Johnny, please show my fantasy team. You're my favorite worker.
Fans.
Yes. Woo!
Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
Never gonna wash his hand. Right here, look at that.
If you'd never met your father,
I'm your dad.
I'm your dad.
I'm your dad. Could you pick him out from a group of strangers?
I was adopted.
Witness the most dramatic reunion ever televised.
Dad? Oh, God.
Who's Your Daddy? A 90-minute Fox event Monday, January 3rd. He's trying to escape his past.
Do you miss your old job?
I wanted something else out of life.
But for Jack Bauer,
There was some chatter this morning about a possible attack.
instinct never dies.
We have terrorists on U.S. soil.
2 nights, 4 hours,
What we will accomplish today will change the world.
1 heart-stopping season premiere.
I can't do this without you. Are you with me?
24, the 2-night premiere event begins Sunday, January 9th on Fox.
One of the great running backs, Eddie George, inactive for the second straight week for the first time. 130 games in a row that he started was broken. He says he plans to play next year. And Donovan McNabb this season establishing a team record of 3,815 yards, but his team trails by 1. And a first down for McNabb, getting a world of time. Goes out to O.J. Smith, who has the first down close to midfield. Time for another game break. Here's James Brown.
Hey, Dick, Darryl Johnson did a lot of this in high school, at least. Anyway, Jimmy had him blocking mostly for Emmett. But take a look. Nate Burleson from Dante Culpepper. Here's vintage Moose right there, tight roping along the left sidelines. He scores on a 37-yard pass play. Vikings up 21-13, looking to strengthen their playoff position. Back to Dick, Darryl, and Tony.
Thanks, JB. I didn't know you were going to my high school games.
He paid his way in.
Yeah, I haven't walked the tightrope on the sideline in a long time.
On first down, Brian Westbrook going outside, and he is ridden down by Dexter Coakley. No gain on the play. Philadelphia Eagles 12-1, and coming into this weekend, 3 teams in the NFL with that kind of a record. The Steelers, who won yesterday over the Giants, the Patriots, and the Eagles. First time that's ever happened in the league that 3 teams were 12-1. Second and 10 at the 49-yard line of Philadelphia. Greg Lewis and Freddie Mitchell are the wide receivers, so Pinkston and Owens not in there. You know about Owens' ankle injury. McNabb stepping up and running for the first time. Slides for the first down inside the Dallas 40 and picking up 12 yards.
A lot of people talked about the resiliency of the Philadelphia Eagles in their victory last week against the Redskins. We're starting to see some of that right now. You just mentioned, Dick, a lot of their big playmakers on the outside are gone, but look what he sees. He sees all that in there into the middle of the field. And Donovan McNabb has not run the ball nearly as much as he has in previous seasons, but very opportunistic by pulling the ball right there on a critical time.
This is the fewest times he has run the ball this year since his rookie year when he only started 6 games. First down on the 39 of the Cowboys. Pump fake. And now an ad-lib. And another run. And another first down. And another slide. This time to the 20. 18 yards this time for McNabb.
Great playmakers do their best work when the game is hanging in the balance, and he is minus one of his big playmakers on the outside. His receivers cannot get open at this point, but watch Donovan McNabb. He has got a group of Cowboys around him. He finds another gear right there and gets a big gain down close to the 20-yard line.
He showed that veteran slide, too. A couple years ago, he would have been trying to go and get that extra yard. Now he slides and just takes what he has.
We saw number 7, Michael Vick, do a lot of this last night against Carolina. First down to Dorsey Levens. And Levens is bottled up. No gain on the play. And meanwhile, McNabb with 2 runs for 30 yards, and the Eagles trying to set up for at least a field goal to take the lead. Well, following football on Fox, it's the Convair Celebration of Gold. Olympic all-round gymnastic champions Paul Hamm and Carly Patterson lead a cast of gold medalists performing routines with pop's biggest stars. It's the Conair Celebration of Gold from Mohegan Sun following football on Fox. Akers trying to get ready. 2:42 to go, and the fake handoff. McNabb incomplete to Chad Lewis. And it'll be 3rd down coming up. Donovan McNabb has engineered 9 come from behind victories in his career, a couple this year.
It's a part of his game that doesn't get a lot of mention, but he is the guys that we're seeing around the league, the guys who are stepping up to that quarterback level. And Brett Favre is nearing retirement, and we've got that group of Donovan McNabb and Peyton Manning, you guys in their 5th, 6th, 7th year that are starting to step up. And the one thing they all have, similar to that guy who's been playing up in Green Bay for quite some time, is that competitive spirit and that fire.
The Eagles are left with 1 timeout.
You know, I think I'd marry you again. All these people as witnesses?
Yeah, right. Mom? Dad?
Lisa, will you marry me? Again.
This Christmas, give her a piece of eternity.
2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. The Cowboys have led most of this game. Donovan McNabb in the rain and chill here in Philadelphia. And the lights trying to bring the Eagles back to win. And what a win it would be if he can. It would wrap up home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. Of course, the Eagles have been there before, and they have been unable to get over that hurdle the last 2 years at home. Bill Parcells trying to hope his Cowboys hang in.
Yeah, he's come in with a plan. This time his players have done a much better job of executing it. Julius Jones, who was not there the first time they played, has been a big addition, but you sit here at this point and you just wonder, you know, is it going to be the same old thing for the Cowboys? Are they going to play well for 57 minutes and find a way to lose at the end?
Time will tell, and time's coming up. 3rd down and 10. Westbrook breaks the tackle. First down. Brian Westbrook, and a flag is down. Penalty marker down, and it was Dadwin who initially missed Westbrook, allowing him to get the necessary yardage. But let's hold everything. And it appears to be against the Cowboys.
Offside, 90, defense lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Play results in a first down.
Eric Abagu, who had recovered the fumble created by Greg Ellis for the turnover that resulted in the first Dallas score, and it'll be a 1st down and goal. The Eagles have won the last 23 games. They have had at least 300 total yards. And they have 310 today, trying to keep that streak going.
The big thing about that last conversion, though, it gives them an opportunity to take more time off the clock. Dallas is going to have to use a timeout to grab an extra stop before the 2-minute warning.
1st and goal at the 8, and here is Dorsey Levens getting close to the goal line and tackled at the 2. 2nd and goal, and the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
I'd take another one right now.
And, of course, Bill Parcells was debating whether to call the timeout, and he is not going to do it. He'll let the 2-minute clock run down.
I know it would only leave him with 1, but it's going to add some precious seconds to it.
2-minute warning here in Philadelphia. 7-6, but the Eagles are on the brink.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by SBC, going beyond the call.
Hey, have it your way. Now, if part of that means choosing fire-grilled over fried, that's a pretty good place to start. Where you take it from there, well, you're holding the steering wheel.
Now on DVD from director Michael Mann, Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx.
He just threw a man out of a window.
I didn't throw him. He fell. A top 10 film of the year. Golden Globe nominee Best Supporting Actor Jamie Foxx and winner Best Director Michael Mann. Collateral, the DVD. Buy it. Rated R.
Oh boy, the holidays are busy. I can never get everything done. But my brother Chris, he was born ready. Heck, he was walking at 3 months. Me? I prefer the thrill of last-minute shopping.
Hi, I need some stuff quick.
Sure.
For my wife, my uncle, 3 cousins, and some elves.
All right.
There's only one Kris Kringle. For the rest of us, there's Best Buy.
Can inspiration make the SUV safer? It can, with 5-star government crash test ratings, available side curtain airbags for all 3 rows, ABS, and available all-wheel drive. The best rating of any SUV tested for rollover resistance. Chrysler Pacifica. We didn't just make an SUV, we made a safety utility vehicle. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys have 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles have 1. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 2 for the Eagles, trying to take the lead in a game in which the Cowboys have held at slimmest of margins for most of the contest.
Hey, Tony, what do you do right now? You let them score right here to save some time on your drive, or do you sit here and try and make a stop, hold them to a field goal, and lose some time on the clock?
Nah, you got to try and stop it. The precipitation for Dick Stockton is increasing, so you could see a fumble. I mean, that ball looks slippery from where I'm standing right here.
And if you hold them to a field goal, at least you only need a field goal to win the game if it comes down to that. Here's the handoff, and it's a touchdown. Dorsey Levens, his 2nd in as many weeks.
Well, so much for what we think, Moose.
I really feel right now the Philadelphia Eagles have taken another step. You know, if they are the class, obviously they are the class of the NFC, but if they're trying to get to one of the NFL elites, I think what they have done over the last 2 weeks, which is win ugly, they have the resiliency. They've taken that next step when the game was on the line and they had not played well for 55, 56 minutes during the course of this game today. When everything was on the line, they went down the field and got a touchdown.
That's what champions do. And now the 2-point conversion as the Eagles try to give themselves a 7-point lead with 1:57 on the clock. Westbrook will go in motion, and McNabb backed up, throws, and it is no good as Chad Lewis could not control the ball, and the score remains 12-7. Cowboys need a touchdown to take over the lead in this game. We'll be right back.
For the past 2 years, my mom has been the team mom. She likes to knit a lot. She watches very closely what we eat.
Boys, what is this?
And of course, she makes sure we eat our Campbell's chunky soup, like new savory beef pot roast.
How about those big chunks of beef and veggies?
Our team's a family, and she's the mom.
Campbell's Chunky. It fills you up right.
When it comes to gift giving, my sister Marcy puts me to shame. Last holiday, she gave our brother Jack and his family an antique teapot from Tibet. Well, this year, watch out, because I'm giving him a TiVo box.
Get a TiVo box for just $99.99 after $100 mail-in rebate. Now at Best Buy, Circuit City, and other retailers.
Oh, this holiday, her teapot's gonna feel really old.
Only $99.99 after $100 mail-in rebate. Monthly service required and sold separately. Rebate terms and conditions apply.
The Eagles lead it 12-7 with 1:57 remaining after coming up empty on the 2-point conversion. And the Eagles, you talked about not playing well but winning nonetheless. They did it against the Bears when they won by 10. 3 against Cleveland in overtime, and they won by 5 against Baltimore before their 3-point lead victory last week against Washington. Terrence Copper returning the kick. Those of you who watched the Jets vanquish the Seattle Seahawks. We're in the waning moments here in Philadelphia. Dick Stockton, Darryl Johnston, and Tony Siragusa. The Eagles trailing the Cowboys by 1 point most of this game on a missed extra point blocked by Greg Ellis. David Akers have scored moments ago to take the lead.
And the big thing that all the Cowboys players have talked about is confidence. And we could get a classic example of this right here. We just watched the Philadelphia Eagles march right down the field for the go-ahead points. Dallas's lack of confidence, is it going to show on this drive?
And the pass caught by Quincy Morgan stops the clock and gives the Cowboys a first down. Dallas with 2 timeouts remaining. And to take a look at the game so far, and this was the touchdown by Chad Lewis, the block by Ellis on the extra point. Big turnover, resulting in the touchdown from Testaverde to Keyshawn Johnson. And the extra point making it 7-6 before Dorsey Levin's touchdown gave the Eagles a 12-7 lead. They missed the 2-point conversion. Eagles blitzing. And Testaverde completes the pass and did not hold on. Incomplete to Morgan. And that stops the clock at 1:42, bringing up 2nd and 10.
There it is. That's that Achilles heel of the Dallas Cowboys this season. The 3 or 4 critical plays that need to be made during the course of a game, they're not doing it, and they're not doing it on a consistent basis. Quincy Morgan has got to make that catch with the game on the line.
That is the 6th drop by a Cowboy receiver. And it is 2nd down and 10 on the Dallas 38. Testaverde's pass intercepted, overthrown, and Lito Shepherd. And the Eagles protecting the ball and a minute and 33 seconds away from clinching home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs.
You can see it all right there in Bill Parcells' face. And it's just, you know, he got what he didn't. He got again today. He got what he didn't expect. You know, I don't know if he ever expected his team to be able to be in a position to win this game on the last drive. But again, a critical interception thrown by Vinny Testaverde results in what appears to be another Dallas Cowboy loss.
So the Philadelphia Eagles, if they go on and win, will capture their 13th win of the year for the first time in franchise history and become the first team to go undefeated in the NFC East. But they know they have one major hurdle. And the story is Terrell Owens right now, who is shaken up as Dorsey Levens gets a couple of yards. The Cowboys will use a timeout. And Terrell Owens suffering an ankle injury, a sprained ankle. X-rays were negative, and that's going to be on Andy Reid's mind, but not until after the game.
What do you expect from a gourmet sandwich? You might expect artisan breads like sourdough and Jewish rye, deli-style roasted turkey or honey ham, Gloucester or provolone cheeses, and gourmet spreads like tomato feta and honey Dijon. But you probably wouldn't expect them to be made in local kitchens and delivered fresh daily to 7-Eleven. Yes, 7-Eleven. Gourmet sandwiches from 7-Eleven. They'll exceed your every expectation. Oh, thank heaven.
Minute 27 remaining in the 4th. The Eagles with the ball and a 5-point lead. And for Andy Reid's team, home field advantage. They've been there before, and they have had a marvelous year, but the Philadelphia Eagles will not be able to exhale until they win an NFC title game and get to the Super Bowl. Bill Parcells has been there before. This season will end in frustration for him. 2nd down and 8 on the Eagle 45, and Dorsey Levens. Levens with a touchdown today, his 2nd of the year against the Dallas Cowboys, gets 10 yards to move the sticks.
You see everybody on that Philadelphia Eagles sideline starting to relax. It's been a tough-fought day for them, but they found another way. The resiliency of the Eagles working again 2 weeks in a row.
Cold hard fact. Only Coors Light is frost brewed at ice cold temperatures. Stored cold and shipped cold. And when beer starts out this cold, it ends up this refreshing. Coors Light, our goal, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
pivotal plays from today's game. Roy Williams with an interception negated by an illegal contact penalty. Then an interception by Sheldon Brown after the Cowboys had created a turnover. Billy Cundiff misses a field goal that would have put him up 10-6. And Donovan McNabb on that last drive with everything hanging in the balance. 2 big scrambles for a total of 30 yards on that drive. So the Philadelphia Eagles finding a way again for 2 weeks in a row. Pulling out an ugly win, but I really think that shows that they've taken another step towards being a championship team.
There's no question about it, Darryl. You beat Washington by 3 on the road, and now you eke by Dallas, but it's a win. And right now, they're the Eagles who have clinched home field throughout the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons, they won last night. They clinched the NFC South. The Green Bay Packers are leading in the NFC North, and Seattle now 7-7. The Rams, with a victory over Arizona, can tie, and in fact, by tiebreaker, move ahead of Seattle in the NFC West.
Yeah, we'd have to reverse these two if St. Louis wins.
And Carolina losing last night to go 6-8, and Minnesota hanging in at 7-6. As the playoff story will continue going into week 16 next week. Well, Andy Reid didn't have to put on the tights for a Terrell Owens touchdown reception. He just hopes T.O. is going to be healthy enough to play.
Yeah, you know what? Right now, Andy Reid hopes he has to put those tights on because he wants Terrell Owens back out on that field.
And the first time in team history, the Eagles finish unbeaten 6-0 in the NFC East, and their 13 victories represent a franchise high. Final score, the Eagles 12, Dallas 7, 13-1 for the Eagles, 5-9 for the Cowboys, and we'll be back.